come and go like a rah rah rah. They don't want the two be going nah nah nah. I'm coming back with the money in the bag. The roof is in my lap, yeah, I'm running for the cash. I come and go like a rah rah rah. Putting in the work like I'm way behind. Still trapping on the low, lurking in the mode like I'm running from the popo. Remember when we did it for life? Just noticing all these things got me trimming the knife. Always on some new thing like riding the bike. Let's do things in one sitting, but I don't feel like selling for the time being. When I was young, I used to dream about the palm trees. After the summer achievements, I got a long sleeve. Supposedly, think about it.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. This is Tangenberg, also known as Sriram, Vishaal, and we are here for the live stream of International Student Rockstar League brought to you by Playtonia as well as SRM University. And what a tournament this has been till now, as I know it's been a while since we streamed the last game, as we are here right now for the decider qualifiers, where we have the top 8 people out there from the CSGO qualifiers who have finally made it here. And now it takes a detour out here to see who are going to be the ones who will be making it to Chennai as well. As I will be the one who will be throughout the stream guiding you about what's happening out here, as we will be kicking off the first game of today. And speaking about the game today, we are going to see about 6 players actually battling it out in group stages. I mean, 4 players right now who will be battling it out in group stages. We have 2 groups, and each of them will be playing against each other, and we will see who are going to be the top ones who will be qualifying for the next round. And speaking about the winners and the runners up, we will be having something like a small contest out there for you guys who are watching it right now, who are staying tuned right now, as we will be giving away 500 rupees worth gift coupons from Steam as a wallet code for you all to win it. So if you want to take part in that, and mind you, we're going to have 4 of them at the end of the stream, so we will be announcing 2 of them shortly right after a couple of games. And if you just want to participate on that, you can just head down to the description. You'll find the link out there. All you have to do is just get to the link, register yourselves out there, and make sure you have done your part, and we will actually do our part. I mean, our end of the bargain, I would say, at the end of the stream, as we will be announcing who those winners are. And right now, I'm really pumped up to see who are going to be the first 2 players who will be facing it out against each other. And by the way, this is going to be more or less the same format which you had already seen. There's going to be a best of 3 between both these players who will be battling it out in the first match, where they'll be facing each other with a USP, an AWP, as well as a rifle map. And the winners out there will be, I think they'll be sitting on top of the points table, as like I said, this is a group stage fixture, where we will be seeing all these players get to play against each other, so that they have a really good chance of making it to the finals. And I think without any further ado, we will be heading right into the game. And if you are just tuning in right now, this is the International Student Rockstar League decider qualifier stream right now. So if you want your friends or anyone to have a look at that, just do share, do leave a like, just comment down in the comment section, and make sure your friends are knowing that this is happening. And also make sure they could probably have a chance at winning those 4 gift cards as well. So you know, we are going to go right into the action in about time, as we will be kicking off with the rifle map, which is going to start first, and then we'll be having the USP as well as the AWP if it goes on to the third map, that is, because we've seen a lot of 2-0s as well, and we have seen 2-1s. A couple of overtimes also have been witnessed during this course of the tournament, and I hope at this kind of situation where we just have about 8 people, the last 8 out here for the CSGO qualifiers, we might be expecting a lot of that from these guys as well. And I really can't say anything unless we are just going down right into the game and watching it for ourselves as well. And with that being said, we will be going right into the action. Stay tuned. We are going to see the first two players out here. We're going to see Crocodam as well as Nick. Syed Ali, Mohacham, Hussein against Sunil Thapa. Both of them have been, students of Vasundhara Junior College as well as National Institute of Open School. We right now see the stats between both these players. We see Nick with a formidable amount of kills out there, 192 kills compared to 111 for Crocodile, which is actually going to give him a slight advantage out there, given the headshot percentage as well. I think that's pretty much similar out there, 56 and 61. Nick just edging it by a little bit, but I think that's not something which either of them would be worrying about, because it's just not about that headshot which is going to get you that win. It can be if if both of you are people who just spray and spray out there, you could probably be wondering why is this headshot percentage at least above 50 out there. And let's see what the KDR is. We see 0.97 as the KDR out there, while we are going to see a 1.6 out there for Nick. And this is actually gonna, I think, go pretty close between both these players at this point of time, because Nick does have the edge as far as what the stats are concerned, but I'm not really sure what is in store for both these players right now, because it's just about time where we are going to wait and see what's going to happen. As here we are, the first round in this BO3 decider qualifier match number 1 out there. Nick is going to score the first points out there. He's going to take down Crocodile with that shot, a beautiful shot coming out there from the AK, and he's going to spot him again right now. And Crocodile has spotted him as well, so he is trying to peek it out there. Shoulder peeks coming out there from both these players, playing it really safe out there. Let's see whether they can probably pick up a fight at this point in time, because Nick is making his way across onto his base, and he's going to get one again. So this is going to be a quick 2-0 lead coming in for Nick out there. He's going to get spotted as well in the third round. He's going to go for those 3-tap sprays coming out there, and that's going to be one more round coming in his favor. What a play coming up, and the perfect start which anyone would be willing for, and that's actually going the favor of Nick as well. So I think he has his task cut out in the first map right now. Even though this is a race to, we have over 50 rounds in this game, which means this is a race to 26. So this could probably go, Nick's way if he is just gonna keep it whatever is. Keep it the way it is right now. As we are gonna see Nick, he's just going straight onto Crocodile right now. He was just lurking out there, making his way onto the other side of the map, and he was able to take that shot, steady the fire out there, and make sure that he was able to get down Crocodile. And that is going to leave Crocodile a little bit passive out there. He's going a little bit passive, given that he is not able to connect those shots or even do some kind of damage out there to Nick, as he is going to get a 6th round in a row. So this is not what Crocodile was looking forward to, but can he actually influence a comeback at this point of time? Can he actually trigger a comeback? But I think it shouldn't be too late out there, because 7 rounds into the game, we already see a 7-0 score in favor of Nick. That's going to do a lot of damage to the morale for Crocodile. So let's actually see how he's going to work his way out. Can he actually try to get those rounds? But no, he's kind of hesitating out there, and that probably cost him his life in this round as well. So that's going to be an 8-0 coming in favor of Nick, and let's see what's in store out there. Crocodile doing a little bit of damage out there, but he was not able to get that spray right. But no, that's going to be Nick who's going to get that round again. So Nick is on the driver's seat at this point in time. We are into the 10th round in this best of 50 round map 1 in the BO3 qualifier, and let's see what is going to be the scene right now, because Crocodile is going to get wall bang out there right onto his head. Just 1 HP is all he had at that point, and he literally had nothing to do at that point. And let's see how he's going to take this because Nick is he's actually coming out of cover and trying to hunt him down, but we are seeing the total opposite for Crocodile. He's literally just trying to he's trying to spot him out, but that seems to be too hard for him because the moment he's stepping out, that's gonna be he's actually getting met by Nick's bullet onto his head. But this is something which I think he needs to work on as soon as possible, because the way this is going on right now, I really don't see Crocodile trying to even fight at this point. He is trying to spot him out, but that's clearly not working his way. So let's see how that's gonna work out. But no, it's gonna be Nick again. This is quite comprehensive coming out there from Nick. 13-0. I honestly haven't seen a scoreline like this, especially at this point of at this situation. I mean, like, and finally, Crocodile is going to get that first round out there in this game, and I think he senses this coming through as Nick is going to go and get another. He just shuts him down with that, and we are into the 16th round. 14-1 is the scoreline, and Nick's got a 13-round lead out there, so he's got a lot of cushion out there to maybe try something out, maybe for the next map or maybe for the next match or something like that, because he can afford to lose a few rounds at this point of time, because right now Crocodile's morale is I think really low at this point, because the way he's been playing, the way he's hesitating to pick those shots, even though he finds Nick, even though he connects the first shot, the follow-up is not coming up. As you can just see, he was just moving with that gun out there trying to fire it out onto Nick, but that clearly was not working out again, and this goal line is quite going a little bit one-sided out there. Even though Crocodile is going to get that one round, I really don't think this is going to do something for his comeback trail or something like that, because 217 is a score which is quite hard for you to try to influence comeback at this, especially at a time where Nick is just 9 shy away from winning this first map. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but I would say it's improbable at this point of time, because 217, like I said, that's a 15-round lead out there, and we're almost, we still haven't come up to the first half. I mean, the end of the first half, so there's a lot to come, and I think that is something which we just have to wait and watch, because Nick is gonna try to hunt him down, and he's going right onto the opposite side of the map, and Crocodile is going to spot him out, but now he's just going to jump onto that ledge and he's going to get that kill as well. So Crocodile has no answer to Nick and his antics at this point in time, because at this point there's literally nothing Crocodile hasn't tried. He tried to go aggressive, he tried to play it really safe, he tried to move and try to flank it, but none of them is clearly working out for him, and that is going to be one more round coming in his favor. It's already 21 rounds into the game. We are right now in the 22nd, and 19-2 is a scoreline, and I think Nick is going for a comprehensive win in this first map, and let's probably just wait and see what's going to be in store for the second one, because clearly Crocodile has no idea that Nick is right in front of him. He's just lurking right behind that. Oh, but this is quite sad coming in there. So here we are in the 23rd round, an 18-round lead between, and make that a 19-round lead. It's 221, and this is, I mean, I'm currently beyond words at this point, and I don't know. Let's see what's happening right now, and that we are closing this half with a comprehensive scoreline, 19-round lead coming in there for Nick, and he's just 4 away from winning the first map in the Speed 03. Let's see whether Crocodile could do something in the second half, but clearly it's not the way he wanted it to get started. And can we see Nick just closing it out real quick right now, because he's just 2 away from winning this. 24-3 is going to be the scoreline at this point of time, and 2 more rounds is what he needs at this point, and Nick is going to spot him out. He's going to do a lot of damage out there. He's going to take him down as well. So that is match point coming in for Nick. 25-3 is going to be the scoreline, and he's going to settle it out. 26-3, what a score coming out there. Congratulations, Nick, and that's going to be the rifle map being won by Nick, and probably Crocodile could, try his luck out there for the USP, which is going to be the second one, and I'm really pumped up to see what we have in store. The first map was not really what we all expected it to be. 26-3 is it's not a convincing scoreline. I mean, it is a convincing scoreline for the winner though, but not in terms of what Crocodile would have thought. And let's actually see if there can be something like a comeback, or probably if Crocodile could force it on to the third map, because the second one is going to be the USP, and the USP maps are, it's just about the raw aim, no flick shots or anything that are going to work out there, as the map which we will be facing, which we will be seeing, is pretty much open and not like what we just saw right now. So let's actually see what we have in store about the second map, because that is going to be the USP, like I just said. And for the people who just tuned in right now, we are here for the second map in this BO3 match number 1 decider qualifier for Group A between Crocodile and Nick, with Nick currently winning the first map, which happened to be the rifle map for 26-3. A humongous goal line, I would say, like something which I really haven't seen in this tournament yet, and quite a good display out there, as we will be going live with the second map, as we already are live with the second map, with the first round being taken by Nick, and he looks really aggressive at this point, but Crocodile is going to shut him down, and that's going to be the first time the scores are level since the first map, as we are going to see a 1-1 scoreline. And Crocodile could probably try to do something. Okay, he could try to salvage a win, but no, that's not really going to happen at this point, because Nick is going to get that lead out here. And can he actually get another one? Because he's going all out aggressive, he's going out of cover, he's going to get another one as well. So this is going to be a 3-1 scoreline between both these players. Nick with a 2-round advantage, he's going to spot him out again. The USP shots are going to connect again, so that's quite aggressive. He's just going right, all balls aggressive right now. He's just going right into Crocodile, just trying to spot him out and making sure that he's just going to fire a barrage of bullets out there from his USP, and that clearly is working out for him. And Crocodile is going to move out of cover, and that's going to be his mistake, as he is going to get met upon by that USP right onto the head, as he is going to get another one as well. So that's going to be 3 headshots in a row out there for Nick. He is getting this 5-round lead to his advantage, and I think he's really not going to take any chance at this point of time. He's making sure that he is getting the cover that he deserves, and he is going to go and try to make sure Crocodile is going to pay for his mistakes. It's already 7-1 right now, and it just feels like we just started this game, as Nick has this lead, and he has made Crocodile go into hiding again. So that's going to be Nick who is going to spot him out, but no, that's not going to be any kind of damage being taken there from Nick, as Crocodile is going to screw his aim up, and he is going to be met upon by that bullet from the USP onto his head, and that's going to be a 7-round lead coming in favor of Nick, and he looks to close it out pretty soon. And he's going to spot him out right down at the right side of the map, but Crocodile is going to spot him out, and that is going to be the first time he's going to get the second round within the first half. And let's see whether he can probably build it up. Probably he can try to reverse the situation to his favor, but no, Nick is going to make sure that he is going to get paid for the same mistake which he is going on and committing again, which is just going out of cover when it's not even required. And we see Nick gonna spot him out again. That's gonna be about 48 HP of damage already given out there. Nick is just gonna close it out again. So 10-2 right now, 13 rounds into the game. We are gonna see an 8-round lead coming in for Nick out there, and Crocodile is gonna fall flat again. And let's see whether he can do something right now, because we're just 2 rounds away from the end of the first. We're just 2 rounds away from seeing whether he can actually get 10 rounds in a row, because Nick is playing it out really well, and he is going to spot his head out, but a lot of bot shots coming out there, but he is going to go for the second peek out there, and he's going to get that head. He's going to find that head, and that's what I call head hunting, because when you're going to look at the number of headshot he's been having right now, he's got a formidable 91% of headshot percentages, but that is something. And make that a 92 courtesy of the last round out there. 32 is the scoreline right now. Make that a 42. What a play coming out there from Nick. He's decimating Crocodile at this point, and I really don't think there will be a third map in this. I really wanted to see an AWP match between a couple of guys right now, and looks like I might have to wait for the next game, which will be coming up shortly after this, if this gets over in this map, that is, which is not what I want to, but probably the way Nick is going right now, I think this could probably be a damn squib right now. We could probably see something of the same sort of what we saw in map number 1, because we are right now 16-2, and Nick has this make that a 15-round advantage. Shades of the first map, the rifle map is that was having almost the same kind of scoreline right now. So it's quite sad to see something like this, a scoreline like this coming in, kicking off the stream, and probably we could probably see something like that, overtimes or something in the second or third match. And by the way, guys, if you are still watching this, like I said, apart from the winner of this game, we still are going to find out four winners from the audience right now of a giveaway which we will be giving out, which is a 500 rupee worth Steam wallet code coming in your favor. And if you want to participate and if you want to get your chance of winning that, all you have to do is just get down to the description where you will find a link where you can register, and make sure you're doing that and making sure your friends are going to do that as well, because that's going to be 500 rupees worth of gift wallet coming in from Steam. So I really don't want you guys to miss out on that. You could probably just do that right now, because anyways this game is going to end anytime soon, because 22 is the scoreline. 18 rounds is going to be the lead for Nick, and probably he's going to close it down. The headshot coming out there, and he's improving his headshot percentage right now. Probably he is preparing for the next game or something like that with a 95% headshot percentage, and that's something he would be bragging around for a while, at least, I suppose. But look at that Crocodile. Even though he's got a headshot percentage of 100%, that's just about 2 rounds, so that's not something which he would be bragging about. So let's actually see what Nick is going to do. Is he going to play around right now? Is he going to toy around with Crocodile, or is he going to finish it out? Because we're right now in the 24th round, one shy of the last round of the first half, which is going to be right now, because we are 22-2, as the last round of the first half is going to be right now. And let's see whether Nick can close it out on a high, and yes he does. This is 23-2 the scoreline, and we are going to go on to the second half right now. Nick starting out the favorite, winning the first map out there, rifle map. The USP is probably going to go in his favor as well, so let's actually see what is going to happen right now. And we are into the 27th round. 23-3 is the score line, and can we actually see Nick finishing out really quick? Because at this point he would be trying to finish it off with a 26-3, the something like what we saw in the rifle map. And I think that is what is going in his mind right now. He's going to spot him out, and yet again we are in match point. 25-3 is going to be the scoreline. Nick is one shy from winning the first match, and he is going to spot him out. The flick coming out there, not really finding anyone at home. Crocodile is right where Nick wants him, and I think he's going to get him right now. A couple of shots being fired, watching them, and Crocodile is going to spot him out. He is trying to take him out with 73 HP. He's got just a 73 HP. Both of them have 73, and let's see whether Nick is going to do it. And yes, he does. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first game, Nick, has beaten Crocodile for a convincing scoreline of 2-0, and both of them having 26 threes as their scoreline, which is quite amazing, and something which is quite commendable. And with that being said, congratulations Nick, as well as Crocodile. Hard luck. I mean, you could be trying to get your scores better and probably be winning it in the next two games, because you have a couple of games as well, which each of both the players will be playing pretty soon. So with that being said, it was a good game, and we did see a winner of that. And like I just said a couple of minutes ago, if you want to be one of the winners of the giveaway, you can just get down to the description and make yourself suit yourself. You can just participate on that and boost your chances of winning it as well. And with that being said, we will be moving on to the next game in this group A decider qualifiers, where we will be seeing Asphyxia as one of the players who has qualified against Max, which will be coming up right after a short break. So if you are if you just don't want to miss that, make sure you are getting down to the like button. Make sure your teammates or even your friends are taking part in this giveaway as well. Just get down to the comment section, just type it out, spam it out, and make sure you are waiting for the next game, as I will see you on the other side of the short break with game number 2 in the decider qualifiers of International Student Rockstar League. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the Decider Qualifier stream of the International Student Rockstar League, and we are here for game number two. The first game was not something which we all expected out there, 26-3 being the scoreline, where we did see Nick ending up victorious in that. But I think the second game will be something different than that because we have seen people who have been playing it in round two and all that, and we're going to see some people out there who have been playing out there. So we will be coming up with the game number two, and we will be finding who is going to be the winner of game number two. And speaking about winners, like I said right before the stream, we still have the giveaway open right here. We're going to have four lucky winners who will be winning 500 rupee worth gift cards from Steam. And if you want to be one of those four, just get down to the description where you will be having the link and you can take part in that. Also, make your buddies also take part in that so that even at least one of y'all would have a chance of winning that. And with that being said, we are going to go right into the action. We'll be seeing game number two right now, as we're going to see the one, and followed by the AWP and then the USB map between Asphyxia as well as Max. Two of the guys who have been playing out really well. And let's have a look at the stats, shall we? As we're going to see, just look at that, 267 kills out there for Asphyxia and 212 there for Max. And look at that, the headshot percentage is something not that's drastically different out there. 42 is to 55 out there, and the KDR is going to be 1.5 is to 1.03. So it can go either ways if you ask me, because we are going to see a matchup which is quite even both in terms of the skill as well as the way they are playing. So let's have a look, shall we, as we will be here with game number two right now between the both of them, as they are getting ready right now, as we will see the rifle map kicking up right now, after which we will be seeing the AWP as well as the USB maps. And if you are laying your bets on anyone, just do let us know who do you think will be winning this. Is it gonna be Asphyxia or is it gonna be Max? Just get down to the comment section and let us know what you feel and what you think. And also, if you do like the stream, you can go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Leave a like on our Facebook as well, and make sure you are sharing this to your friends. And we still have the giveaway as well, so always get down to the description, check it out, make sure you are participating in that, and even you can be one of the winners apart from the ones you are seeing in this stream, as we are going to go live with the first map in the second game of this ISRL Decider Qualifiers of Groups A. So here we are, the first round between both these players are going underway right now. We're going to see Asphyxia trying to duke it out with Max out there, as Max is going to be at an advantage out there. He has done a lot of damage onto Asphyxia, as he's going to get the first round in this match right now, as we are going to see if Asphyxia can bring one back. He's going to spot him out, but no, he's going to go right out of cover, and Max is going to get another one as well. It was pretty close out there. I for a moment thought Asphyxia is going to get one and Max is going to get another one as well. So this is going really close, even if not on the scoreline. The way both of these are exchanging blows onto each other, that is going to show you how the competition is between both of them. Just look at that, both of them dealing a lot of damage onto each other, but Max coming out victorious on all of the four occasions. Can he do something similar out there? But we are going to see Asphyxia, who's going to be on the upper hand in this round, and he is going to spray it down, and he's going to take down Max, as we are actually seeing a quite I would say a different gameplay coming out there from both these players rather than the first game. We're seeing a lot of sprays being used out there, the spray patterns coming out there, spray control coming out from both these players are actually coming out. Look at that, Asphyxia for the second time in a row, he's actually getting that kill on the long range through a spray, which is quite amazing, I would say, because usually in these one-on-ones you really do not rely on the sprays, because you never know whether it would connect one time or the other. But that's not the case out here. We see them doing it impeccably well, as we are going to see Asphyxia getting his third round in a row. Here we are at round number 10. 6-3 is going to be the scoreline. 3 rounds in, and 3 rounds as a lead for Max, and make that a 4-round lead out there. He's finally going to get 1 round after 4 of them coming in for, 3 of them coming in for Asphyxia, as we see Max as well has his opponent right opposite to each other, and Asphyxia is going to make him get caught off guard, as Max was not looking at the right place, as he was at the right position, but that clearly did not work his way out. The spams coming out there is not going to do a lot of damage out there, but Asphyxia is going to peek again towards his left side, and he's going to spray Max down, and let's see whether Max can give it back. And yes, he does. and that's gonna be just 3 rounds between both these players. And this is the competition which I was expecting in this kind of a situation. The decider qualifiers, making sure both of them are bringing the best out of themselves, and we're gonna see both of them trying to duel it out again for the 15th time in this map. And let's see whether Max can bring one back. But no, it's gonna be Asphyxia who is gonna, he's actually gonna bring down the deficit to just 1 round between both these players. And this is getting really interesting right now. Both of them, getting one back, and that's pretty good. And that's I really feel that this could have been the first match of the day, and that could have actually got my spirits pumped up. And it's just the second anyway, so nothing too late, I would say. Better, and we see Max get another one. That was a wonderful play coming out there, and it just ended up being on a headshot, as that was a pretty good play coming out there, as we are still going to see the 3 round lead coming out there for Max. He's always, trying to, hold on to the 3 round lead, even though Asphyxia is coming close and trying to reduce the deficit to a 1 round. But then it's going to be Max who is going to get that again, and Asphyxia is going to spray him down. He's going to do that again, but both of them are taking a lot of damage. They're 25 HP for both these players, and it's going to be Max who's going to spray it down this time around, even though he was just with 13 HP. Both of them doing a lot of damage, dealing a lot of damage to each other, but it was Max who was victorious on the previous one, and Asphyxia is going to bring one back almost of a similar fashion, but just the one thing was that he had more health out there. Almost about 3/4 of health is what he had, and Asphyxia yet again is going to bring it down. And like I said, every time the deficit is just 1 round there for Asphyxia, it's going to be Max who's going to say it back. He's going to bring one back, and that's going to be a 2 round lead coming in favor of Max, and maybe a 3 round lead again. So this is not actually going more than 3 at this point in time. We're just going to see the 24th round between both these players. This is going really interesting at this point. Asphyxia is going to get one, and here we are in the last round of the first half. Can Asphyxia can he actually get 1 round and close this half in a good note? And I think that is something he would be looking forward to, heading into the second half with an advantage out there, even though not on the score, but at least on the morale part. He is going to do that, and that is going to be the first half ending in favor of Max, even though that is just just 1 round between them. This has been a really good half for both these players, and we are going to see Asphyxia finally leveling the score right now after the first 2 rounds. And we are going to see something really interesting at this point of time. We are seeing Max going for those peaks again, both of them going for those peaks, and Max was able to get that. He was able to time it right at the moment which he wanted to, but Max is not going to be spotting out Asphyxia, who's right on the right hand side of the bottom part of his spawn, and he finally gets to know that, and he's going to get one again, and Max is going to get those 2 rounds back to back, and he's gonna look to get that 3 round lead again, as he's gonna spot him out. He's right across out there. He can just probably get him down with that tap, but no, he's going for the spray. A 3 bullet spray coming out there, but then that is enough to do the damage. And can he get another one? Can he get a 4 round lead for the first time in this game? And looks like that is not gonna be the case, as Asphyxia is gonna live to fight another round. Can he do it again? Because we are just into the 30th round. We still have about 20 rounds more, and we could probably see an overtime coming right into the first map itself, because both of them are playing it really well, and I really can't see a winner yet until I see the last round getting over out there. And maybe we can probably even see an overtime, like I just said. If you feel this is going for an overtime, if you feel this might be going on for overtime, just comment down in the comment section with the hashtag OT if you think that's going to happen. And probably you could win my heart with that, if that is what you wanted, as we are going to see Asphyxia getting the lead for the first time in the second half. 2 round lead out there, and he's going to make it into a 3 right now. So this is going to be the time, I guess. We are seeing the tables being turned right now. 3 rounds coming in for Asphyxia, and that's going to be a 4 right now. I think Max is losing the plot at this point of time. He was actually on, if not the driver's seat, he was on an upper hand at the end of the first half, but that clearly is seeming the case right now for the second half, as he's already got a 5 round deficit, and make that a 6, because it's 22-16 at this point. And I think Max is losing the battle right now, as Asphyxia is on the upper hand. He's going all out aggressive. Look at that spray coming out. He was almost about to get down Max out there, leaving him just with 25 HP. And finally, Max is going to break that streak. He is going to stop that momentum flowing in the way of Asphyxia, as he's going to get one more round in his favor as well. So just 4 between both these players. 41st round into the game, and then Asphyxia, even though he was able to botch those shots, he was able to make sure that he was getting that kill out there and making his score go on to 23. And we are going to see Max pulling one back as well. So this is the fighting spirit which both these players are having right from the start of the game. They are not going to back down. They are not going to quit at this point of time, because we're going to see the 3-round the 5-round lead going on to a 3-round right now, because we're going to see Max coming back again. And right now this is just 2 rounds between them. Can Max upset this his opponent at this point of time? But now Asphyxia is going to shut him down, and he is inching close to winning the first map right now, 24-21, and Max is going to pull one back again. Are we going to go on to an overtime? I really don't know about that. We just 4 rounds away from that. Oh, and we can just wait and watch what is going to happen. The spray coming out there, shots being botched with 7 HP is enough for Max to get that kill and get that round as well. Just 1 round between both these players, and Max is going to get it again. We are right now on the 49th round of this game, and this is 24-24. What is happening for both these players? And Asphyxia is finally going to shut it down. Last round of this game. Can it go to an overtime, or is it going to be Asphyxia who's going to find the head out there? This is going to be a grueling contest between both these, because this is going to be the last round of this game. And probably if Max is going to spot him out, he does spot him out, but he is going for those peaks out there. But Asphyxia is going to get that. What a game coming out there. And this is, this is what I expected from both these people. And likewise, 26-24. Congratulations on the first map. That was a really good scoreline, and Max really, he brought it. Both of them actually tore this map apart. I mean, 26-24 is really an impeccable scoreline for both these players, and it was just inches. We were just about inches close for going on to an overtime, and I'm quite sad that we actually didn't, because that could have been a whole different ball game had it gone on to an overtime. And I really commend Max for putting up a really good fight, even though he was on the lead in the first half, and looks like, it really looked like he was going in for the victory. But Asphyxia, he never gave back. I mean, he never gave up. He just made sure that he was able to give a comeback, and he was able to get those rounds on point where it mattered, and that really cost him. I mean, that really got him that round. That really got him the match, and I would say, and we still have about 2 more maps coming in out there, which are going to be the AWP as well as the USP. The AWP is going to be a whole different ball game, because, as you know, it's just about how your precision is and how you are picking at your angles. And I think that's going to be something different, like we all expected right now, because I really feel the rifles as well as the USP maps are going to be quite similar, not in terms of the maps but in terms of the mechanics, because it's just about your raw aim, and not really about your it doesn't lay a lot of emphasis on your angles. And I think that's not really going to be the same case for AWPs, and we will be watching what is going to happen between both these players. And while that's happening, for the people who are watching us right now, for the as I said, we will be finding out who the winners are at probably the end of the game, probably the end of this game, if Asphyxia is going to win this. But if you want to be one of the winners, not about the game though, about the Steam wallet giveaway which we'll be giving out after the stream. And mind you, we're going to have about 4 people who will be winning it. And if you want to be one of those 4 people, waste no time, look no further, get down to the description where you'll be finding the link, and you can just make yourself registered out there. Just get yourself registered, as you could be one of those 4 lucky guys who would be winning the 500 rupee Steam wallet giveaway out there, which we'll be offering. And if you win that, we'll be contacting you regarding that. So just stay tuned to the end of the stream to see if you have won that, or maybe even tag your friends along so that even they can take part in that. Maybe you can do them some favor, and maybe you can get them to play a game which you had been asking your friends to play for a while. As we are here for the AWP match right now, we're going to see both these players dueling out against each other. And we see Asphyxia as he's going to get that 1-round lead out there. 3-2 is the scoreline between both these players, and we are going to see Max pulling one back again. Are we going to see something of the same sort in the previous map. I really think that is going to be the case because both of them are, are coming to blows with each other. They're just making sure that they are tearing this map apart. I mean, both of them coming out with some superior angles and flicks out there, and that's what CS:GO is all about. It's quite unpredictable, especially in one-on-ones. You never know who's going to win it until you get till the end of you get till the last round. That's what happens in one-on-one. So let's actually see what's in store right now. We are going to see about we are going to be in the ninth round. And we are going to see one more shot coming out there for Max out there, as he is going to get that lead onto a one round advantage out there. But that's not something which he can bank upon, as as Asphyxia has this thing of always getting it back to square one, where both of them aren't having any kind of a lead or something like that. Let's see what's happening right now, as we are right now into the 11th round in this 15 round map, which is map number 2 for the people who just joined us. This is game number 2 in the decider qualifiers of Group A between Asphyxia and Max, which is right now currently in the second map, being the AWP one, which you just seen. While the first map had been won by Asphyxia, who was almost, it was almost going on to overtime, as you can see, as it was a scoreline of 26-24. And let's actually hope something like that goes on for this one as well. And it looks like that is going to be pretty much likely, because Max is bringing things back and he is putting up a good fight out there to Asphyxia, if not getting those rounds as well. So a bot shot coming out there from Max. He is going for those shoulder peaks right now. Another shot being bots. He is going to switch onto his deagle. He's going to spot him out, but no, it's going to be Asphyxia who's going to go down. I for a moment thought Max was going to go down, given that he compromised on the cover out there, which he was comfortable at. And we are going to see Asphyxia botching a shot out there, and likewise giving away his location. So Max is going to play him down, and he's going to spot one. He's going to botch one shot, but the shot from Asphyxia is actually connecting out there, but doing a lot of damage, but not doing what it ought to. The no scopes coming out there from both these players. Both of them are right next to each other, and that's a no scope onto Max, and that's going to be one round coming in favor of Asphyxia, as he is making his way into the 16th round, going in. And he is trying to spot him out, though none of them having spotted each other out, and Max is going on top of the box, probably to spot him out. And a shot coming out there right when Asphyxia is going for the jump is going to make sure that he's going to get that 2-round lead for the first time in this game. Can Max actually do that again? And Asphyxia is going to spot him out for a second, and he has his sights set, but then he has it on the wrong angle. But Max is going to make sure that he is going to spot him out. He spots a little bit of that. Asphyxia almost got that, but this time he's going right on top. The flick coming out from both these players are not really going to connect and find anybody home, but this is going to be a kill coming in for Asphyxia, courtesy of that wall bang coming in favor of that wall out there. Can he actually spot him out? And that's another kill coming out there. So it's all even Steven right now. 9-9 for both these players, nothing in between them. Can there be a lead coming in for Asphyxia? He's climbing on top of that ladder right now. He's going to go right on top of the box. Can he spot him out? He can spot a little bit off his head right now, but that's going to be the first shot being fired from Max, giving away his location. He's going to get his shots botched again. The deagle coming in, and a 1D coming right onto his head lands him into another round as well. So that's going to be one more round coming in his favor, as both of them are going to try to spot them out. And let's see what we have in store right now, because right now we're going to see both of them right on opposite of each other, and they are trying to compromise their it's pretty risky out there, especially in a map like this where there's a lot of room for error. And I think most of the time you get punished is when you are leaving your comfort zone, which is the cover in this situation, as that's what happened in this round as well. We just saw Max get a number round out there courtesy of that, and we're going to see probably something of that sort again. He's going to tag him out there, 16 HP, and that is enough for Asphyxia to take down Max out there. It was quite costly. The second time we see Max actually connecting a shot but not doing the damage which it was supposed to, as we are going to see Asphyxia looking at actually trying to spot out Max out there, but he has no idea that he is right in front of him. He is trying to climb it out. He is faking it out. He has a clear idea. He's right out there, but Max has his target set, and that is going to be one more round coming in his favor. This is going right down to the wire. We see both of them, it's all going even right now. Both of them are playing it out, playing their hearts out, and it's quite. I'm really not surprised for how the match has been going on till now because like I said at the start of this game, I mean, right, when the game started, I really can't predict a winner between both these people right now because both of them are quite of the same type of players out here in terms of both their game style as well as how they aim their shots as well as the angles they peak because the way both of them are playing is quite similar and I think that is something which is adding to the unpredictability of this game, I would say, as Max is going to get one and he's going to make the score line into a 13-13 as we are into the second round in the second half out there. We still can't see a definite winner yet as we are going to see Asphyxia taking that one round lead out there, a slender lead out there, not something which anybody would be proud of because when you are going to have a lead of just 1 or 2 rounds, there's so much of pressure on you because it's not just that you need to keep that lead up, it's about that the lead coming in at the second half is going to add a lot of pressure, like I said, because that's really going to be something which you need to look at and make sure that you are defending it or maybe trying to make sure you are extending that lead. But when you are trying to extend that lead, it comes with a lot of risks. And when you are having a lead of just 1 or 2 rounds, you would probably think, why do you need to go for those risks at this point of time? Because anyways, you have a lead out there, and that is exactly what both these players are doing at this point because every time they are trying to peek it out, when they are trying to go out of cover and try to peek it out, they are losing that round courtesy of Max's round in the previous one where he botched his first shot and he was able to he just got met upon by that AWP from Asphyxia as we see Max taking the lead again out there, and he is going to be met upon by Asphyxia again. So 16-16 right now, 32 rounds into the game, and we are right now into the 33rd round of this game. And yet again, Max with that shot again, he is not able to land that shot correctly where he needs it to, as that's going to be another shot where he tags his opponent, and in the end it was Asphyxia who was able to get that, after which Max did get another round though. But this is going to be Max who makes sure that he is not going to make the same mistake again with that buddy hop coming in right after he got his kill out there. That's going to be 18-17 between both these players, just one round between them, 36 rounds into the game. And this is quite exciting out there, the level of play coming in from both these players. This is honestly leaving me in awe right now. I'm literally speechless about how these guys are playing it for about 2 rounds without even losing it, without even feeling frustrated. They're just like playing it as if it's just like they're just playing it for fun, and that's how it should be. And we are right now in to the 37th round where we see a bot shot coming out there from both these players, but then Max is going to make sure that with just 13 HP he was able to get that shot. But yet again, Max is going to get another one. So a 2 round lead coming in for Max at this point, and I feel that is pretty crucial at this point of time because 2 rounds between them, and we are heading into almost the 40th round after this one. And a couple of quick scopes coming out there, not really finding anyone, but oh, this time that's going to go right on to Max, and that is going to be just 1 round between them, with just a 1 round deficit there for Asphyxia. And I think that is something which he can get it, because courtesy of the last game where we saw something like that, he had about a 4 round deficit and he was able to get it and make it into a 6 round lead. But then it was quite shaky in the last 2-3 rounds, and that's clearly not, I feel, going to be the case in this map as well, because we're going to see Max with a good advantage at this point of time, considering that we just have about 8 rounds remaining, a 3 round lead coming in for Max. And let's see whether he can bring it back. He's going to spot the head out there from Asphyxia and he's going to take him out. Can we see Max forcing it to the third map? It's just about time where we are going to witness that, as we are going to see Max marching into the 24 round point as he gets another kill out there. He is right now on the course of forcing it to a third map right now, or can Asphyxia pull out what he did in the previous map? The chances are there. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but at this point I think Max has it. He has it settled. Just entering into match point, all he needs to do is just find one shot, one perfect shot out of the 5 rounds which are remaining. But now Asphyxia is going to slowly sneak his way through Max's spawn area and he's going to take him down. And Asphyxia has a really hard task right now. He's gonna spot him out, but no, he's gonna miss it, and Max is gonna pay for it, I guess, because he missed him again. So can he actually do something about it? He's gonna get spotted out, but there you are, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of map number 2. That's gonna be Max, who was able to come back formidably, and ever since the 35 round mark, I really felt that this could probably be going on to an overtime, but sadly that was not the case in this map as well. But huge commendations to Max as well as his opponent, because both of these games have been quite impeccable, and the way he was able to get, I mean, the last 10 rounds were really crucial for the AWP map as well, because at the 40 round mark we saw the scores pretty much level out there, just about one round between both these players, and then it was Max all around. He was able to get that lead and he made sure that he was able to achieve the 26 mark, and he clinched the game number 2. And right now we are just left with one more map out there in the second game of the decider qualifiers of Group A in the ISRL CSGO decider qualifiers, and that happens to be the USP map between both these players, and that is going to be quite intriguing. And I'm really pumped up to see what is going to be the case out there, who is going to come out victorious, because when you're going to look at the USP map, that's going to be a whole different ball game, like I just said, especially not just about the mechanics. I'm talking about the map as well. There's so much of room for error out there. There's so much of margin for error out there, given that it's not quite covered in terms of the middle part of the map as well, right onto mid. So it's going to be really tricky for a person to play a bit defensive out there, because at one point of time you are going to get spotted out, at least from a different angle. So if you are going to play it really defensive, that I think this is not the map for you, buddy, as we are going to go right into round number 3 right now. It's all 1-1 out there for Asphyxia as well as Max, because this is going to be the decider map in game number 2 of this decider qualifier. Let's see who's got what it takes to win this game, because if this is gonna be a match between Max and Asphyxia, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a 45 plus round game, and that is how I think people would be expecting it from now on, the way both these players have been playing. And I think Asphyxia is gonna make sure that this game is also gonna be something like that. It's more like a game where you could probably be winning it or losing it pretty in a big margin, but then you chose to stand your ground, make sure that you are not going down without a fight, and that is what the caliber is for both these players. And I think that is going to be the same in this map as well, because we are right now in the 6th round between both these players, and we see the score line 2-3 and make that a 2-4 right now, as Max is going to get that USP bullet onto the head of Asphyxia, as this is gonna be one more round coming out there for Max. So that's a good lead out there, 3 rounds between both these teams, and Max is on a advantage at this point, because if you're gonna look at how it came on to the third map, how it transpired to get into the third map, I think it was about Max's resilience to come back after the first game, after losing 24-26. It was a pretty close game, but that's not something which really matters at this point, because the second game was quite even as well, but then it was Max who was able to come out victorious, and the last 10 rounds proved to be really crucial. So in the build up of the last 10 rounds, if I think Max could probably get this lead, he's got a 4 round lead at this point. So if he could probably bring that lead onto a 5 or 6 round mark at the time of coming on to the 40 round mark, I think he's got a really good chance of winning this series onto a 2-1 scoreline, because he's pretty much as far as what we have seen, I've not seen Max lose a lot of rounds right after the second game. I mean, right after the first game, because the first game we did see something like that, a 4 round lead slipping away from him, and eventually Asphyxia winning the first map, and Max coming back strongly on the second one, even though the last 10 rounds were pretty one-sided in favor of Max. And it looks like Asphyxia is playing it a little bit safe at this point. He's just got 2 rounds in the third game, and this is not really going in his favor in the third game as well. So just a 5 round deficit coming in, and I really think he can come out victorious if he is gonna hold his nerve, bite his teeth, and try to get those rounds out there, because that's pretty important at this point in time, because it's just not about this one match which you are going to play. You're going to play about 3 matches between all the 4 people in your group, and it's not just about a single map. It's just about the whole match in particular, because if you are going to finish in the top, that's actually going to matter for you. So that's what is going on in everyone's minds at this point. And speaking about the map right now, we are right now in the 13th round of this game, where we are going to see a huge lead coming out there from Max. The lead of 5 has been just extended to 6 right now. 9-3 is the scoreline, and Max is looking comfortable out here at this point. He is in the driver's seat. He is going to spot him out, but he is taking a lot of time out there to get his aim set. And I'm really not even surprised out there, because with a huge lead comes the huge responsibility of trying to defend that lead, or probably trying to extend it. So you probably wouldn't be taking a lot of risks like you just saw out there, and that is actually going to leave Asphyxia at the back foot right now, because for the first time in this BO3 series, we're going to see a 7-round lead. And right after I said that, it was going to be Asphyxia who's going to shut my mouth, as well as the flow and the form for Max, as he is going to get one, but it's going to be Max who's going to get one back again, and he's going to make sure that 7-round lead is still going to stay out there, as he is going to spot one person out. He's going to spot him out, but he's going to take about 28 HP of damage. Can he actually get him down right now? It's just about time where we are going to see that, and that is a headshot coming out there, and that is going to be an 8-round lead coming in favor of Max. He's at the driver's seat. He's quite comfortable at this point right now, and I really see no reason for him to go out of this, try to play a different gameplay, I mean, a different game style, and try to risk that lead out there, because he's pretty much sorted at this point. A 9-round lead out there if he is going to get one, but now it's going to be Asphyxia who's going to land that bullet onto Max's head with that USP, and he's going to bring one back again. 8 rounds between both these players, and Max is going to spot him out, but it's going to be 26 SP of damage is what he's going to get out there, and he's going to spot the both of them are peeking it out. The shoulder peaks coming out there from both these players are going to reveal a little bit of their heads out there. So, but that is quite enough if you're going to look at a USP map out there, because all you need is just one shot to the head, and boom, there you go. That's going to be 1 round for you. And let's see whether that is going to be the same case out here, because both of them are exchanging the blows out there for a while at this point. It's already, it's already 30 seconds into the round, but then it's finally going to be Max who is going to find that head out there of Asphyxia, as this is not looking pretty good for Asphyxia. His comeback trail has been cut to a halt out there, as Max is having this huge lead of 9 rounds, and looks like he would be the favorite of probably finishing this game on a high, I would say, and probably even being on top of the points table. I'm not really sure how that is going to happen, if Asphyxia is probably going to try to get those rounds back, probably force something on, probably get some rounds and force it onto a overtime. But at this point, I don't think that is going to be the same case, because we started with a 3-round lead there for Max, and now it's gone all the way up to 10 rounds, and we are still not into the second half yet. So this is going to be really tricky for him. And look at that, even though Max was just 10 HP, I mean 12 HP, all Asphyxia needed was to connect just one bullet out there, which he couldn't after watching out some 3 or 4 shots, and that really did not help his case, and that made his lead go on to 11 rounds. But then he's back again with one more round. But I think the number of rounds coming in after Max getting Asphyxia coming back again is not really helping the case of Asphyxia out there, because Max is piling up that lead right now, and we are right now on to the 25th round, the last round of the first half out there, and I think Max could be closing that with ease. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen, 19-6 is the scoreline. Totally what we didn't expect in the third map, and this is quite shocking for me as well, because 26 is I really did not see this coming, if you ask me that. And a 14-round lead coming in for Max, and this really proves that Max is quite superior when it comes to those taps and shots coming out there from the USP, as he literally did not give a chance out there for Asphyxia to go on for a really good shot out there. He's not even giving him time for him to set his aim right onto the head of Max out there. So that's something which is going to his advantage, and that's not the only thing which is going to. The 14-round lead is going to add a lot of advantage to Max, and not just adding a lot of advantage, it's going to add a lot of pressure onto Asphyxia as well, because that's a mountain to climb for. That's a Herculean task out there. 13 rounds, and with just 20 rounds remaining, that's like really hard for him, because all Max needs right now is just going to be 6 rounds for him to win this, and Asphyxia, he needs about 18 rounds. So that's, there you have it. That's the difference between both these players out here. Both of them are totally different mindsets, and right now they're not even really playing the way they played in the previous two maps, because the mindsets have changed, the goals have changed, and I think that is one of the reasons why Max is being, he's getting those runs pretty easily out there. And as you can see, 8-21 is the scoreline right now, a 13 round lead coming out there from Max. And Asphyxia is getting those rounds, or he's getting he's getting a round or two on and off, but that clearly is not adding to the case right now, as he's got a long way to go. And I think probably if Max is gonna force some errors out there, he could probably be starting at his pants down, and let's see whether that is gonna be uh, the case out there. We see Max trying to spot his head out. A lot of bot shots coming out there from both these players. The peak coming out there not really working out, and Asphyxia is going to get one more round in his favor. And the 13 round lead has been reduced to 11 rounds, but that really is not going to be a much of a problem there for Max, because all he needs at this point is just 5 rounds, and he can use those 11 rounds which he has as a lead, as a cushion out there, to try to do some new stuffs or go for some, he could just toy around with Asphyxia. But I think that is not going to be one of his concerns at this point of time, because apart from this game, he's got 2 more games for him to try to win and try to make sure he is going on to the road to Chennai. And let's see whether he can do it right now, because we are already in the 33rd round and Max has already got about 23 rounds to his pocket, and all he needs is just 3 more, and looks like he's going to get 1 more as well. But no, it's going to be Asphyxia who's going to get that. All he had was just about 15 HP, and that is enough for him to get that shot right onto his head. And we are looking at a Max who is making it out. But no, this was quite surprising, because if you're going to look at the positioning of both these players, it was Asphyxia who was out of cover, and Max had some solid cover out there courtesy of the barrier at mid, but that clearly did not work out for him. But then we are going to look at Max getting 1 more round out there. We're going to see something again of the same method, of the same thing which was happening 2 rounds ago, and Asphyxia is going to pull one back, and we are going to see Max getting 1 more, as he is going to enter into match point right now. 25-13 is going to be the scoreline. Can he spot the head and hit it for one last time against Asphyxia? And no, it's going to be Asphyxia who's going to live to fight another round. I mean, he can be doing that, but I don't know how long is he gonna keep doing that, because it's gonna be really hard at one point for you to win 10 rounds in a row. We have seen comebacks, not that we haven't seen comebacks out there, but we have seen comebacks when the difference is just about 5 or 6 rounds. But this is still 10 rounds, even though Asphyxia has been winning it. Let's see whether he can spot him out, if Max can close it out pretty soon, because I'm pretty sure he wants to end this right now, because the more he tries to toy around with, the more Asphyxia could probably try to end the game, or probably try to force it on to overtime. But no, that is not going to be the case, as Max is going to find that head of Asphyxia and he's going to close it down. What a game right now. Congratulations, Max. You have just won the first game of the Decider qualifier for y'all. And what a play coming out there for Asphyxia. He was able to get that first map out there, and he was not lucky enough to go for the second and third. But that was ballsy play coming out there from both these players. They were exchanging blows, they were going down right down to the wire. It was lit, and that is what we are expecting from all these players. And I think we will be expecting more as well, because we've got a lot of matches coming up, and with some time we will be coming back with game number 3 as well, as we will be finding a winner of who is going to be the winner of both those players who will be playing in game number 3. As we just saw one person winning right now, we are going to see about 4 people who will be winning a giveaway for the audience right now. If you want to take part in the giveaway, you still have a lot of time. What are you looking at? Just get down to the description. You have a link out there. All you need to do is just fill it out and make sure you are participating. You can also share it amongst your friends as well. Maybe you can boost your friends' chances of winning that as well. Who knows? We will be announcing the winners at the end of the 4th game. And mind you, we are right now at the end of the 2nd game. We still have 2 more games, for which after which we will be giving out we will be revealing the winners of a couple of winners of the giveaways, and the rest of the 2 will be announced at the end of the stream. So if you are waiting for the next game, just get down to the comment section, just tag your friends, make your friends know that there is a giveaway happening. And also a lot of good games are happening of 1v1s. And this is me, TANGENBERG. I will see you on the other side of the short break, which with game number 3 of this Decider qualifier of Group A International Student Rockstar League. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the live stream of the International Student Rockstar League, the Cider qualifiers for the CSGO tournament. And we are here for we're just going to be waiting for the third game right now. And we just saw two grueling games between four players right now of Group A. And as you can see, this is a group stage tournament. We'll be seeing all of them play against each other again. So we still have about four more games coming up. And speaking about ISRL, this is a tournament just for the school children of 10th, 11th, and 12th standards who are who are competitive enough to get it to this far. Because we saw online qualifiers as well as offline qualifiers across many cities out there, and we are right now just down with 8 people for CS:GO, and four of them will be playing it out today, and the four who haven't been playing it out will be playing it out tomorrow, as they have been divided into two groups of Group A and Group B. And today we will be streaming games from Group A, like we just said, if you're just viewing it right now. And we saw about two games between four players, like I just said, and we saw two winners coming out there. And speaking about the audience right now, even you can be winners of not the tournament or the game, but we have four giveaways which we'll be giving away during the course of the stream. We have four Steam gift cards worth 500 rupees for giveaways, and if you want to be one of those guys who want to take part, I mean, one of the guys who want to win it, all you need to do is just take part. And if you want to know how to take part, just get down to the description, where you will be finding a link out there where you can register, and you can probably boost your chance of getting one of those giveaway cards as well. So you can also probably try to get your friends on board as well. And if you like the stream, just get down to the comment section, just hit us up with what you feel. Just hit the like button, subscribe, and also share it if you like it, as we'll be going live with game number 3 between both the players out here. And speaking about the format as well as the match format right now, we will be going on to a BO3. All these matches are best of threes, where both the players duke it out in one-on-ones in the AWP map, the rifles, as well as the USP maps out there, and to see who the winner is. And speaking about the first map, the first match we really didn't have a convincing scoreline, at least for the sake of the audience, I would say, because a 26-3 was a great scoreline for the winner. Nick was winning that game as well, so that was a 26-3 coming out there for both of the matches. And it was a damn squib, I would say. 2-0 was the scoreline. But then coming on to game number 2, it was, I would say, it was worth 3 maps, and we saw all the 3 maps out there: the AWP, the rifles, as well as the USP. And that was fun to watch, in my opinion, because the first map almost just about one round shy of going on to overtime. We saw the match between Asphyxia as well as Max out there, Max coming out victorious in the end. We saw a scoreline of 2-1, where the first round was going in favor of Asphyxia, even though he was winning it with a margin of just 2 rounds. It was a 26-24 scoreline, so that was pretty close. And the second and third they were not that close coming out there, but it did go on to 40 round plus mark out there. And it was it was something which was worth watching, and I really enjoyed casting that. And with that being said, we will be going right into game number 3, as live action is coming up there. We'll be starting it off with AWP map, followed by the USP and the rifle, as the video has just been done. And we'll be seeing you with live action right now. So here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Max, the winner of the second game out there. He was quite impeccable in all those 3 maps out there, even though he was able to. He didn't win the first one, and we are gonna see him against Crocodoc, who was on the losing side in the first game. As it wasn't something which he would be remembering for a while. 26-3 was the scoreline, where in which both the maps he did lose out there. But I think both these players have different things at this point heading into the game, because when you're going to look at both these players, they were, one of them have been on the winning side, and the other one was not. So it wasn't a really good outing for him. So I really think that both of them have different perspectives, and Crocodile has all to play for in this game, and he really can't be messing it up at this point of time, because if he's going to lose this game, that would probably be the end of the road. Or maybe some kind of a miracle could help him out in terms of the points or something like that. Because right now it is, if Max is going to win this, he would be on the driver's seat right now, as currently in this game, as you can see, this is
going his way, and I think he could probably be, victorious in the first round the way both of these people are playing right now, as Max can have that cushion right now. He's got a 5-round lead out there, so he can probably afford to lose a few rounds in the event of trying to do something new or something like that. But I don't think the same can be done out there from Crocodile, because he really can't afford to do something like that, or try to play it around, or try to just chill out there. Because if you're gonna look at what is at stake right now, we are looking at the road to Chennai and the prize pool of 35 lakhs out there. So let's see what is gonna be the case out here. Can Max actually secure his spot, or boost his chances of securing a spot by winning this game, or can Crocodile live to fight another match? And let's just see what's happening right now, because right now it's going to be an 8-round lead out there from Max. The maximum he has had right now was a 13-round lead out there. I think at this point, I think he could probably be you know increasing that lead, probably even beating his own record out there. And a beautiful flick coming out there from Max is really gonna make Crocodile pay for his he was playing it really slow out there. He was quite hesitating to check out the angles, and I think that cost him the round. And look at that, Crocodile trying to hit that shot. He was able to botch it, but Max is probably going to make him pay for that. But now he's botching it again. But then that is going to be the fourth bullet, which is going to go and hit him right onto his opponent, as the lead right now has been it's been pushed on to 11-round lead out there, as we are going to see Max climbing across the vehicle. He's going to spot him out. He's coming on the wrong place right now. He's going to switch to his deagle, but before even he could pull the trigger, it's going to be Max who is going to go out there and try to hit that shot from the AWP. He's going to get one more flick out there. 13-0 is going to be the scoreline right now. This is real quick. It just feels like the match has just started, but we are already into the 14th round right now. We see Max scaling across. He's going to spot one. He's going to botch that shot. And look at that. What a shot coming out there. He just manages to climb over that place. Just go and, leapfrog over to the other place. And he was able to get that shot right on time. And that was the precision which he was looking forward to. And it's quite surprising he was able to connect that, because usually when you're going to go out there, you might really fumble out there. And it's pretty good that he has tried it out. It looks like he's tried it out many times during the course of the qualification process or something like that, because it's not something which is pretty easy to execute unless you know how to pretty much move in style or something like that. Because we're going to look at the 17th round at this point of time. 16 rounds is going to be the lead. His own record being broken again. 17 rounds of a lead, and I think this is turning out to be a really one-sided affair, at least in this map, I would say. Because we're going to see Max, who is toying around with Crocodile, even though he is not putting it really feels like he's putting less effort into this and still getting those rounds to his favor. And let's see whether he can get one more. And Crocodile just blindly going into the opponent's spawn out there, not really mindful of what is going on the other side of the map. And let's see whether he can probably bring a round or two back. But now he's going to do the same thing again, and he is trying to spot out Max out there. But he finally does that. He's going to switch on to his deagle. Can he actually get those shots out there? He does manage to tag him for a little bit, but I think that will be enough for Max to shove that deagle up onto the skull of Crocodile, as he's going to get that headshot. And look at that. That's going to be one more round. Can we actually see a 26-0? I mean, we haven't seen something like that yet till now in this tournament, but I'll be really surprised to see a 16-0. Can it be done? Because 22-0 is the scoreline right now, and that is quite formidable coming out there from Max. He's just 4 away from winning this, and Crocodile literally has no chance at this point of time to go for a comeback right now. Because if you're going to look at how he's playing right now, he's going all out aggressive, trying to spot him out, trying to get those kills. But Max is playing it really safe, and he is actually playing it. He is wary of the fact that Crocodile is lurking behind or probably trying to spot him out. And look at that, he is going right in front of him. He's not even shooting. What is going on out there? He's just trying to play around with him, and Crocodile is missing those shots out there. And probably he is trying to get that one thing, and he is finally going to get that one round out there. What is going on? I mean, like that was clearly something Crocodile would not be proud of. Because if you're going to look at what was happening out there, he was just toying around with Crocodile, and he still was not able to connect those shots about, like, I mean, he was just right in front of him and he was not able to do that. That's quite surprising out there. And we are going to see Max getting one more round out there, so he is inching across for a win out there. 24-2 is going to be the scoreline right now, and if at all he is going to close it out for a 26-2, that will be the worst score for Crocodoc in his campaign so far. And we are here for the match point right now, and we are going to see a beautiful flick coming out there from Max as he is going to clinch the first map, which happens to be the AWP, for a scoreline of 26-2, and that's a 24 round victory there for Max out there. And that was quite impeccable and something which I really didn't expect coming out there from Crocodile. Even though he did lose his first game of a scoreline of 26-3, I thought something different would be coming up on game number 2, but that clearly was not the case, and I'm really surprised with that. And if you're going to look at how it panned out for Max, it was pretty, I think that was something like a walk in the park for him, because if you're going to look at how he was playing it really casually, and he really did not put in a lot of effort out there. And if you could see the last 3 rounds or something like that, right before the first half, he was literally toying around with Crocodile and trying to make sure that he was dodging those bullets which he was firing upon him, and that clearly did not work out his way, as we saw Max winning the first map out there. As we will be back with game number 2 out there in this BO3, game number 3 of the decider qualifiers of Group A right now, and that is right up next, and we'll be seeing what is in store, because right now this is going to be the USP, a map which is actually pretty good for Max out there, because the way it was going on out there, it was pretty easy for Max to get those shots onto him. But we are going to see Crocodile getting the first round out there. He's getting the lead for the first time in this match, right? So can he actually build it on? And now we're going to see a 2-round lead coming there for Crocodile. That's the first time we have seen Crocodile with a 2-round lead in the decider qualifiers, at least, and we are going to see Max getting the first round as well. So he is going to reduce that deficit to 1 round, and probably he is all fired up right now after getting those 2 rounds, after losing out those 2 rounds in the first 2 rounds of this map. And we are going to see Max level it out right now, as he's going to be really he's actually going all out aggressive right now. He's going to spot him out, and Crocodile is going right out of cover, and that is not really helping his case, as Max is going to close it out pretty soon. And we are going to see that again, as both of them are going out of cover, but then it's going to be Crocodile who's going to go down again. Max was just silent and still out there. He didn't move a muscle out there. He was just moving his cursor out there, and he was able to get that crosser right onto the head of Crocodile. And that is going to be 5 rounds in a row coming in for Max out there. He could probably get another one as well. He's going to spot him out there, but none of them are connecting shots onto each other. A lot of bot shots coming out there, but this just 6 HP is what the damage has been dealt from Max onto Crocodile. But both of them doing a lot of damages out there. 12 HP being dealt onto Max, but then Max has done the majority of that to Crocodile. He's right now at red HP, and he's gonna go down as well. And all of a sudden we are gonna see a 6-2 lead coming in favor of Max right now. 4 runs coming in his favor, and it's going really in his favor right now. And there's nothing going according to plan out there for Crocodile. He is trying to play it out really safe out there, playing it out really passive. He is trying to get those shots onto Max, but it is connecting, but it's not doing the damage, or it's not dealing the blow which he would expect it to. And that clearly is the problem which he is facing right now. Even though the angles which he is peaking, the shots he is trying to fire are pretty much good, but that really was not helping him out. And look at that, he really did not check out the sides. He really did not expect Max coming in out there, and that probably did cost him that round out there. Can it cost him this round as well? And yes, it does. Even though he was spotting him out, jumping right out of cover out there is not really the wisest option to do at this point, at least at this situation. And we will be looking at the winner of the game number 3 probably by this game, if Crocodile is not going to push out a comeback or something. But for the viewers who just joined us right now, this is game number 3 of the International Student Rockstar League CSGO Decider Qualifiers for Group A, as we see Max and Crocodile dueling it out against each other in map number 2, because the first map was won by Max, who convincingly won this for a 26-2 scoreline. And for the viewers right now, if you want to win something, and the something which I mean is the gift card from Steam Wallet, which will be worth of 500 rupees, which we're giving away for about 4 people who are lucky enough to win it. So if you want to participate in that, if you feel you could probably try to win that, all you need to do is just get down to the description, where you would find a link out there for which you could register, and probably even if you are lucky enough, you would be winning one of those 4 giveaway cards out there, giveaway gift cards worth of rupees 500 from Steam as well. So you could just get down and just go at it, because it looks like Max is anyways piling up that lead right now. So just take about a minute or so, just get down and sign yourself up for that giveaway, because at the end of the 4th game we will be giving away uh, 2 of those. We'll be announcing the winners of those giveaways, at least a couple of them, by the end of game number 4. And mind you, this is game number 3 right now, and the other 2 we will be letting them know at the end of the stream as well. So just stay tuned to the duration of the stream. And also, if you did like the stream and if you have any comments regarding that, just get down to the comment section. That's what they're there for. And also do leave a like and share the video with your friends if you feel this is quite interesting, as we are heading back into the game. And as I was speaking, we have seen the lead going on to 20 rounds right now, as we see Max looking to close it out right now. The scoreline is going to be 22-2. Looks like he is going to close it out 26-2 after all, because we're going to look at Crocodoc, who is finally going to break it down, and he has broken the streak of 22 rounds. That is quite surprising out there, because I would have never imagined someone going through that, as I really feel how it goes for Crocodoc out there, as Max is making his way on to the match point right now, just 1 away from the match point and 2 away from winning this. 24-3 is his scoreline. Can he close it out? This could probably be the second 2-0 in this decider qualifier if Max is going to close it out. I really don't think Crocodoc could go on for an overtime at this point, because Max has already reached match point and he's just 1 away from winning it. He's going all out aggressive, he's going out of cover, and he is spotting him out, both of them going right next to each other. But Crocodoc is gonna live to fight another round. He's gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna go down this round. Probably I'll just go to try get 3 or 4 more rounds. But no, oh my god, a knife to end this match, and what a way to end it as well. That goes right down to the fields, if you ask me. That's 26-4 out there, and what a way to end the match out there, ending it out in style with the knife. And if it was an AWP map or something like that, I would have probably suggested it to go for a no scope or something like that, which we have been seeing for a while right now. But a knife is gonna do a lot of damage to the morale of the player who just got the knife out there. And congratulations, Max, you really you really played it impeccably well, and that's going to be the second 2-0 of today's stream right now, as we end game number 3 right now. And hard luck to Crocodoc. He did try out there, clearly not what he wanted, but I know there's a lot to work on, and I think he would be bouncing back pretty well in the next game, which will be streamed due to the course of the stream as well. So with that being said, we will actually be seeing you on the other side of the break, as we will be back with game number 4 in the decider qualifier of Group A. And with that being said, I will actually see you from the other side. This is Tangenberg. Ciao. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Decider Qualifier stream right now as we are going to be live with action in the game number 4 of the Group A Decider Qualifier for CSGO. And speaking about the first 3 games, we have been witnessing a lot of contrasting games. The first one being a little bit one-sided, but the second, it really exceeded my expectations, and we almost saw an overtime out there while both of them were playing it out, playing their hearts out. And the third game was not something like that, but then we are here for game number 4 right now, and we will be seeing who is going to be the winner between all the 4 people out there, as we're going to see Nick as well as Asphyxia playing right now, the winner of the first game, as well as the person who was on the losing side on game number 2. So this is going to be a treat to watch, and I'm really excited to see who's going to win that. And speaking about exciting to see who is going to win that, we're gonna go have some giveaways as well, which we will be giving away for the audience out there. And if you want to participate, this is going to be your last chance, at least for a couple of them, because we have 4 giveaways which will be giving it out, and 2 of them will be announced. The winners of those will be announced right after this game, so this is going to be a last time. Just get down to the description, you will find a link out there. You can register yourself out there and boost your chance of winning a giveaway out there, winning a giveaway of a Steam wallet code worth of rupees 500 rupees. And so I think with that being said, we will be going right down to the action, as we'll be seeing the AW, and we're going to see Asphyxia and Nick play against each other. And let's actually have a look at their stats right now. We see Shivam Rana, also known as Asphyxia, from Modern Convent School, with about 267 kills compared to the 192 for Nick. I think in terms of their KDR, both of them are quite similar out there, 1.55 and 1.50, while the headshot percentage, however, is going to be on the favor of Nick out there. But I really think in a map like this, the headshot percentage really doesn't matter out here, and I think both of them are, we're looking at both of them who are quite equal at this point of time, because it's only the number of kills that matter, which really matters out here in these stats. Because when you're going to look at both these players, they're quite similar in terms of their play styles, and not just that, the stats are going to say the same as well. Almost a similar KDR as well, and I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope you guys are as well. So if you are, you can just get down to the comment section and probably even predict who might be winning this, because I am pretty sure the people who have been watching it right from the start of the stream really know how both these guys have been playing. So I think you have a better chance of predicting a winner out here. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the first map in this BO3 game number 4 decider qualifier for CSGO for ISRL is gonna go underway, with Nick as well as Asphyxia playing against each other. And we see Asphyxia who's gonna get that first kill out there, and that's something which he will be looking forward to, and he will probably be looking forward to increase that lead out here, because that's something which he probably did not do. I mean, he was not able to do it in his first game, which was which was quite sad, as Max was able to win that. But it those 3 maps were all they could have all gone on to overtimes if it went on like that. But at one point of time, both of these players had lost it, and they were not able to get those rounds, and that really didn't go their favor. But whatever happened had happened, and this is going to be the map, this is going to be the match which is going to be really important for both these players, because Nick, he's already won a game out there. The first game in this stream out here, we saw Nick win that, but then Asphyxia, he was on the losing side of the second game out there. So it's gonna be a winner of one against against the loser of the second. So this has contrasting priorities for both these players, as Asphyxia has to win this if he wants to stay alive in this. But Nick, he can probably he doesn't have that much of a cushion out there, even though he could still be alive in this tournament even after losing it. But not the same case there for Asphyxia. So let's see whether this is going to be in favor of Asphyxia. But then it's going to be Nick who's going to get that courtesy of the Deagle. The Deagle doing a lot of damage out there already, just with 20 HP is all Asphyxia had. Let's see how that's going to work out right now, because we are going to see Asphyxia who's going to botch that shot, and he does not get that kill out there. Probably we can see... we can actually see Nick making sure that he's going to get paid out there for that. as Asphyxia could have actually got that kill out there, but that clearly was not the case, as he really couldn't find that first shot. But look at that, the 1D coming out there from Nick is going to land right onto the head of Asphyxia, courtesy of the wall bang, and he's going to get one more as well. So that's going to be 2 quick rounds for him. And let's see what is going to be the case out there. We are going to see Asphyxia trying to spot him out, but he's got a really good angle. But if Nick is going to go right onto that, he could probably be met upon by that shot from the AW. But no, Asphyxia is going to move out of there, trying to peek out another angle, because he clearly has no idea where he is, but he is going to botch. Both of them are going to botch those shots out there, but the Deagle is going to get switched upon, and he is going to get the lead out there. It was a 4-round lead coming in for Asphyxia, but now all of a sudden Nick is going to be the one who is leading this. And even though it is just by 1 round out there, it is a lead worthwhile. Let's see what is going to be the case right now, as Asphyxia is going to get one back, and it's 6-6 right now at this point of the game right now. So let's see whether he can get another one out there, because the problem with Asphyxia in the previous game was that he was able to get the lead, but he was not able to defend it. Can he do something which is quite contrary of the previous game? But look at that, Nick doing the damage out there, and he is quite even though he is botching those shots, not exactly botching it, but doing damage out there with the AWP, he is making sure that he's getting those kills out there and making sure he is not going to get paid for that. Because if you notice the other players out there who we have seen in this, in the decider qualifiers, none of them are actually going on for. They're not really switching on to the Eagle and trying to get that kill, as a majority of the time we usually see them going for a repeat, which is quite risky out there, because you're giving a lot of time for your AWP to reload that gun and go for that kill again. But that's gonna allow a lot of time for the opponent to stay the ground as well. But when you're gonna switch onto a deagle, that is always faster than reloading your gun. So that's a good way to get your rounds as well. So Nick is right now having a 3-round lead, and Asphyxia is trailing by 3 rounds, and he is going to get spotted again out there. A slow peek coming out there from Asphyxia is not going to help his case, as Nick is going to slowly take him out, and he is going to flick it again, but the Deagle is going to come out again. A couple of shots out there, but the second one landing right onto the head of Asphyxia is going to get that kill out there. We are going to see a beautiful shot coming out there from Nick, as he is going to extend that lead on to 6th round. What a shot coming out there, and I really didn't expect that shot. I mean, that caught me off guard, and I think that caught Asphyxia off guard as well, because that was a beauty coming out there from him. As we are going to see the 22nd round between both these players, just be away from the end of the halftime, and let's see how the half is going to hold down for both these players right now. Nick is having the upper hand at this point of time. He is going to get tagged for about 60 HP out there, and yet again it's going to be the Deagle which is going to be the vital part of his round winning story out there, because most of the time when you had realized what the scene was, it was always his Deagle which had come to his rescue. Most of the time when probably he was trying to botch those shots, I mean when the shots were not connecting, and we see another shot coming out there from the AWP, and that's going to be 15-8 as the scoreline, and make that a 16-8, and this is quite dominating coming out there from Nick, as we are going to end the first half right now with the 25th round coming in, going live right now. And can Nick get this round as well? And yes, he does. The first shot being shot by Asphyxia, but no, that's not going to do a lot of damage out there. Even though it did do a lot of damage out there, that was not able to get him the kill. And we are going to see the second half being kicked off right now, going on away, with Nick having a 9-round lead out there, something he could probably keep it by his side. And yet again, this time he's going to switch on to both of them on their Deagles right now, but Nick is gonna do the damage out there, as he's gonna get that lead on to 10 rounds. Nick is going back again. He's going all out aggressive. He's compromising on his cover right now, but Asphyxia is gonna go after him as well. So both of them are going for the shoulder peaks, and none of them are finding each other. And let's see what is gonna happen right now. Both of them peeking at the wrong angles, and let's see whether Asphyxia is going to catch Nick off guard. But no, this time they are reversing their positions at this point of time. But no, both of them are right in front of each other, and the last bullet is going to land right onto the head of Asphyxia, and that is going to bring the lead to 11 rounds for Nick out there. He's closing in really quick out there. That's going to make it to 20. He's just 6 rounds away from winning the first map right now. Can he actually clinch it? And I think the way it is going, this should be a cakewalk for him, because the first 20 rounds were pretty competitive, but right after that, I think Nick has got the momentum towards himself, and Asphyxia is finding a hard time breaking them. He's finding a hard time breaking it as well, so I think that's not really going his way, and he really needs to change his strategy or the way he peeks at things. Maybe the point where he switches on to his eagle right after getting the first shot and not really doing a lot of damage out there should be the thing which he should be going for right now, because right after the second half he's won about 2 rounds right now, while Nick has been on the winning side right now. But Asphyxia is going to get one more, but then that is just going to reduce the lead to 8 rounds, but that is still a big number out there for Nick to have a cushion of, because he's just 6 shy of going on to the second map as the winner of the first one, and make that he's just about 5 right now, because that was a good flick out there, and that is going to make him get onto the score line of 21, and Asphyxia is going to bring one back. But is it too late for him to inspire a comeback or something like that? Because we've seen a comeback from Asphyxia in his first map in the Decider qualifiers, and this being the first map in his second game, can this be something of the same sort? But a beautiful flick coming out there from Asphyxia is going to make sure that he's going to get one more round out there, the lead being reduced to 7 rounds out there, and even though he's got 12 rounds to win, if he needs to get to the second map as the winner of the first one, I think that's still doable. And look at that, he's going to get that shot out there courtesy of the flick, and he is going to find another round out there. So 6 rounds between both these players. Asphyxia is bringing some back, and I really think he can probably inspire a comeback like he did in his first game. It's just about time where we are going to see that. And we do see Nick crawling out there. He's just sneaking out there. Both of them are pretty much low. They're 13 HP. I mean, 13 HP is just for Asphyxia, but then Nick was at 100. He really did not want to land a shot out there, but then he just went close out there, locking out there, and he got that kill, and that is going to leave him just 4 away from winning this game. And Asphyxia has a really long road to go from this point onwards, and can he actually spot him out? But no, it's going to be Nick who's going to spot him out first, and Asphyxia has spotted him out again, so both of them are going to spot each other out. But then it's going to be Asphyxia with a beautiful flick coming out there from his AWP is going to land him that kill, and probably he could have got another one as well, but no, he misses a shot. He misses another one as well, so that's going to be a lot of bot shots exchanged by both these people. But Nick is going to get that kill, and he is going on to round number 40 with a 7-round lead out there, just 3 away from winning this. And I think this could probably be pretty easy for him if he's going to spot him out. He does spot him out. He spots him out again. A lot of jumps coming out there. That's going to be a lot of damage being dealt onto Asphyxia. And that rightly said, he's going to go onto his eagle. He is trusting his eagle and going in. And he is going to be victorious with that in that encounter as well. So 8 rounds between both these players, and Nick is 2 away from winning this, 1 away from match point, and I think he has a really good opportunity to win this. But then Asphyxia is going to bring one back again. So can Asphyxia actually get another one? But no, it's going to be Nick who is right now at match point, as he is leading with an 8-round lead, and I think he can close it out right now. If he's going to spot him out, he is going to spot him out, and a little bit of a peek is going to cause him his life out there, as Nick has a clear idea where Asphyxia is. He's going right in front, and he is going to peek at an angle which was convenient for Asphyxia to get that kill on, but that sadly was not the case. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first map in this BO3 game number 4, this is going to be Nick, who is going on to the second map as the winner of the first one. And that was a really grueling contest out there. The first few rounds were pretty even, and right on to the mid game, it was going pretty much in the favor of Nick out there. But I really thought that Asphyxia could bring it back, and he did try doing something in the last few rounds out there, trying to get 2 or 3 rounds as Asphyxia was getting it back on track. But that was no match for Nick, is what I would say, because the way he's been playing, it was quite impeccable. And rightly said, he has gone on to win the first map out here. But then we still have 2 more maps in this game right now, and this is far too early to decide who is going to be the winner between both these players. And speaking about deciding the winners, you guys just have about 2 more maps to be to see who are going to be the 2 guys who are going to get the giveaway prizes out there. So waste no more time, get down to the description and make sure you are participating in the giveaway out there, as we will be announcing 2 winners of the giveaway right after this match out there. So just stay tuned out there. Make sure your guys or your friends are participating as well. Just share them this video, ask them to get down to the description and ask them to take part in that, because we're going to give away we're going to give away 4 giveaway gift cards of 500 rupees each from Steam. So we'll be giving away 2 of them right after this game. So right now we are into game number 2 out there between Nick and Asphyxia. While we are gonna right now see the rifle map between both these players right now, and it's all even Steven right now. 2-2 is gonna be the score line. So let's actually see what the scene is right now. Both of them playing out really well out there, and it's too early to see who is going to win it. But the wall bang from Nick is going to do a lot of damage on to Asphyxia, as he is finally going to take him down right now, and the lead between both these players are just going to be a slender 1 round lead there, and Nick is going to extend that lead on to 2 rounds. So he's got a good start. He's got a bright start, even though he didn't win the first round as well. And but then Nick has firmly come back at this, and he just got 3 rounds right now. So 5-2 is going to be the scoreline. And if you actually can predict who is going to be the winner, just let me know out here. As I could probably pick a side as well. As you could just spam down the comment section, thinking letting us know who you think would be winning this game between both these players, because both of them are pretty good players from the games which they have been playing right on game number 1 and 2. So I'm pretty much sure that you guys have a clear idea about that. And let's see what's happening right now, because we are still in the 11th round of this game, and the scoreline is 8-3 in favor of Nick. He's already got a 5-run lead out there, something which was happening in the previous map as well. The first 10 rounds going pretty even, and right after that the lead being extended upon by Nick, and then the last 10 rounds proving to be really hard for Asphyxia to give a comeback or something like that, even though he was able to get a few rounds out there. But that really did not matter at that point of time, because there is a tremendous amount of pressure going in on to the player who is on the losing side, especially in the last 10 or 15 rounds out there, because there's a lot to scale, I would say, especially when there's a lead of more than 8 or 10 rounds. So it's quite hard for you to keep the focus down and get your head down and try to get those rounds. So I really think that Asphyxia has he's quite capable of that, and we have seen that in his previous game as well. So can he do something like that? I think we just have to wait and see, as this was the same map where he made the comeback out there. So let's see whether he can do it again. Nick, meanwhile, has got a 7-round lead, which has just been reduced to a 6-round lead, courtesy of the spray coming out there from Asphyxia. As we are going to see something of the same sort trying to be executed again, but no, this time it's going to be Nick who is coming out victorious. Both of them quite reliant on their sprays out there, and why not? Because most of them have been winning their rounds through that. So it's quite dependable in a map like this, but not quite advised, because when you're going to look at the AKs out here and the long range distance between both these spawns, I think going for the taps is always going to be the right option. But then if you are a person who relies heavily on your spray pattern, I think it's all about the precision which you are putting in while you're trying to fire those shots, especially in this kind of a map. As we are going into the last round of the first half, as we see Asphyxia getting tagged for a lot of damage out there, courtesy of the wall bang coming out there from Nick from his AK, as he is going to end this half with a really good score out there, 17-8, and it was all really quick out there. Not a lot of time wasted, not a lot of rounds wasted, not experimenting things, and that is going to be Nick getting this 10-round lead out here, and he looks to close it in really quick right now, because we're already into the 27th round right now. 88 is the scoreline, a 10-round lead coming in there from Nick, and he's just right now just 6 away from match point. And I just felt like the game just started just about a while ago, and all of a sudden we are here right now almost at the 30th round, and Nick already going on to 20 rounds as well. So this is really quick out there, and I think Nick has a really good I think he's one of the top contenders at this point of time. for the title the way he's been playing at this point of time. I think it's totally a mismatch, I would say, this game between both these players, because the way Asphyxia has been playing, he does have the caliber out there, but I think he just ran out of steam at this point after the first few rounds. But I think we can just still wait and see what the scene is, because usually Asphyxia is a person who has been getting those rounds uh, in the late stage of the game, maybe after the 35th or the 40th round. But let's actually see if he could last till there, because we're already in the 33rd round and Nick has already got about 22 rounds for himself, just 11 rounds between both these players. And that's a lead which is really hard to scale through, because Asphyxia right now has a tremendous amount of pressure at this point of time, because not only does he have to win this map to stay alive, he needs to get 12 rounds and try to take the lead away from him. But he's also mindful of the fact that Nick is just 3 rounds away from winning this map as well, and also clinching this match, because 23-12 is the scoreline and he's just 2 rounds away at this point, because he's already gone to the 24 mark. And what a shot coming out there from Nick. He's going to take his M4 right now, which he took on the previous round, and he is going to spot him out. And what a shot coming out there. He is going on to match point right now. He's just one shy away from winning this, and exerting himself as at the top of the points table. And let's see whether he can do something out there. Can Asphyxia try to do something out here? But no, he was going on for the spray, but he's just low HP out there. He can probably take him down with one bullet, and he does. And that's going to be one more round coming in there for Asphyxia. But I think that's one round too late, because we are looking at Nick, who is at 25 rounds, while Asphyxia gets another one as well. He just got about 3 rounds in a row out there, but that's really not going to do a lot of help out there. Maybe one more out there. Or are we actually seeing something of a comeback at this point? I think we could be seeing something like that, because look at that. That's going to be 5 rounds in a row. That's going to be 4 rounds in a row, I beg your pardon, as the lead between both these players has reduced to 9, and make that 8. It's 25-17. What is going on right now? Nick is clearly losing his plot right now, and looks like Asphyxia could probably get another one. He is going to get another one. That's going to be 5 consecutive rounds out there coming in for him. And then can he get another one at this point? He could probably end up, but no, it's going to be Nick who is going to stop this spree out there. He just stops that killing spree out there, and he is going to clinch this match right now. 2-0 is going to be the scoreline for him, and 26-18. What a scoreline between both these players. At one point of time, I really thought that Nick had closed in on the victory, but no, that clearly was not the case. Asphyxia, like I just said, as soon as the 35 round mark hit the score right now, we saw Asphyxia unleashing his true potential. But then I really felt that was too late. Maybe if he would have done something like that, maybe like 10 rounds ago or something like that, that could have been of some use for him. But that really was not the case. But I really thought this could go on to a third map, but sadly that really did not happen, and maybe the next game would, because we just finished the 4th game of today's stream, and we still have 2 more, because we still have 2 more games, as 4 more people are yet to play about that. And speaking about the games and all of that, there's one more thing which we said we'll be doing right after the end of this game, which is going to be announcing the winners of the giveaway. Not all of them, that is. We told you that we will be having about 4 lucky winners who will be winning 500 rupees worth of Steam Wallet cards out there at during the course of today's stream. And like I said, this is the end of the 4th game, and we will be announcing 2 winners right now. And ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the giveaway are Keetan Raju and Harshit Bandhari. Congratulations on winning the 500 rupee gift card giveaway out here. And please contact us out here at our Facebook page, and just do leave us a message regarding this giveaway, as we will be contacting you right afterwards shortly. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back for game number 5 of today's stream of the Decider Qualifiers of the CSGO International Student Rockstar League right after the short commercial break, as I will see you on the next game. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for game number 5 of the Decider qualifiers for International Student Rockstar League, the CSGO tournament out here. And we have seen a lot of good games out here and a lot of one-sided ones as well. And this time, we are gonna see who are gonna be the ones who will be qualifying for the next stage to the road to Chennai. As we are here for the last two games of Group A, as we'll be live with game number 5 pretty soon. And I hope the people who are watching you can also participate in a giveaway which we are coming up with, and you could find it in the description as we are heading on to game number 5 right now. Here are the stats of the players out here. We see Crocodoc as well as Asphyxia, both of them in a similar state of mind at this point of time, having lost both their games. This is going to be their last game, and it's just about. I think this is something like they will have to play for pride because this having to be the stats and all of that, we're looking at a similar kind of thing in terms of the headshot percentage, uh, which is the one which you'll be looking for in a USP map of that sort. And look at the KDR out there; both of them are quite. No, we see Asphyxia with a KDR of 1.55, while we are going to see Crocodile with 0.97 as his KDR with about 267 kills out there. He's got a big edge, I would say, and also the way he had been playing the first two games. I really think that Asphyxia is going to start as the favorite in this game. But like I said earlier, this game is not really going to change much of the situation on the decider points and the group stage tables out here, because when you're going to look at both these people on how they came here. On making it to the decider qualifiers, the first two games for both these players did not end up, uh, you know, anything victorious for them, because both of them had lost their first two games, and they're not looking forward. I mean, the chances of them qualifying are pretty bleak at this point of time, and let's actually see how it's going to pan out right now, because we are going to see Asphyxia as well as Crocodile getting 2 rounds apiece, as we are going to see the fifth round going in right now, and we're going to see Asphyxia who is going to spot him out, and he's going to take him down though, and that's going to be a 1 round lead coming in his favor as well. So like I was saying, for the people who are watching it right now, the people who just tuned in, we still have about we were announcing at the start of the stream, or even way before the stream, that we are going to give away 4 Steam wallet codes of 500 rupees each, and we eventually did reveal the winners. We did give away the winners of 2 of them in the previous game, right after the previous game, and we still have 2 of them remaining. So if you think you have a really good chance of winning it, just get down to the description. You will find a link out there on how to register out there. You can just register yourself, and hope that you will be winning one of those 2 giveaways out there, the Steam 500 rupee gift cards out there, which we will be announcing the winners of those right after 2 more games, right after the end of the stream. That is, like, we still have 1 more game after Asphyxia plays Crocodile. We'll be seeing the other 2 players who have qualified for the next stage playing against each other for the for the first place of this group, I would say, as we are back right now for this game, and we still see a 2 round lead coming in favor of Asphyxia. Crocodile actually fighting back, and for the first time we see him with a pretty good scoreline of 5 rounds right now, because the last 2 games did not really go in his favor. We saw him going with a scoreline of 26-3 and 26-2 respectively, and that was something which was not something which he really wanted to. But I think now that there's not a lot of pressure going on for both these players, I think this is something which they would be playing naturally. And rightly said, this is going on pretty even at this point. We see Asphyxia as well as Crocodile going on with just 7 rounds apiece, which is on the brighter side of both these players' minds right now, because both of them are playing it out really cautious. But even though they are playing it out really cautious, they are finding those skills out there, and it's all looking to be pretty even, and probably we might even see in overtime with this, as we are going to see Asphyxia getting one back as well. So this is actually giving me the shades of the first match of the second, the first map of the second match between Asphyxia and I think Max out there, where it went on to a 26-24, where Asphyxia was ending up victorious in the first map, where uh, unfortunately he didn't win the entire game though, as he went on to lose the game 1-2. And I really hope something like that is not going to repeat itself out here, because that was a game where I really felt like he could have, been winning that, but that clearly was not the case. But we are looking at this game right now, game number 5 in the Group A decider qualifiers for CSGO for International Student Rockstar League between Asphyxia and Crocodoc. And right now, we are actually seeing Asphyxia going all out aggressive right onto the spawn of Crocodoc and taking him down. That is actually showing the aggression of his, but then that's really not going to help his way out if Crocodoc is, just waiting for him and making sure that, he is going to get paid for that. And we're going to see Crocodoc giving one back at this point, but no, Asphyxia is going to spot him out, jumping right on top of the ledge, and that is going to land a bullet to his head. And looks like that is probably going to be in the same case right now again. He is going to repeat that, and this time he just goes right onto his spawn and he takes him out. As we are approaching the last round of this first half, as we see Asphyxia making his way right onto the middle, and he's going to close this half on a really good note right now. 15-10 is the scoreline. He's going to fire on lead out there. A good way to close the first half right now, as we see Asphyxia going right in the center, and that is not a good time to switch your gun, as that's what Crocodoc made him pay for. And we are going to see Asphyxia coming back again with another one as well. So let's see what he has in store at this point. He's still got that 5-round lead with him, and make that a 6-round lead out there, as he is going to land that bullet right onto Crocodoc's head. As we see both of them trying to duke it out again, we see the same play coming out there from Crocodoc, but this time he is going to end up victorious in that round. And it's quite predictable is if that is what can be used as a right term at this point, because Crocodoc is not really going out all aggressive always, but it's just about very few times he's doing that, and most of the time he just picks an angle and stays to it so that he can make Asphyxia play for that. And we are looking at the same thing right now. He's going right on top, but both of them right at middle, none of them having cover out there. But I'm still surprised how Crocodoc could get that kill without taking a lot of damage out there, because at the point where both of them were in the previous round, both of them were quite open, and I really thought that Crocodoc could have at least been dealt with a lot of damage, even if not he won the round. But that clearly was not the case, as we are making our way on to round number 34, as Asphyxia has got this 5 rounds lead still intact, and it's going to be a 20-14 scoreline right now, as he is going to extend that to 6 rounds. And let's see whether he can pile it up right now, as we are going to see him making his way onto the spawn, and Crocodoc just crouching out there and making sure that he is going to go down as well. And Asphyxia is going to extend that lead onto 7 rounds, making his scoreline going on to 22 at the moment. And let's see how that's going to work out for him, as he is making his way out there right onto the middle, and he is going to spot him out, and both of them jumping out there, and Asphyxia is going to make sure that he's going to make him pay for that as well. So this is going to be a 9-round lead coming in the favor of Asphyxia, as he is making sure that he is getting the he is going to go onto the course of winning the first map out here. Can we see that coming? Let's see what's in store right now, because Crocodoc is right in front of Asphyxia, and he's going to get one as well. So he's just 2 away from winning the first map right now. Can we see a comeback at this point? Because Crocodoc has been playing well, a lot better than the first 2 maps, and let's see how that's going to happen right now. We see Asphyxia finishing that off in style, just jumping over the ramp out there, getting down, killing him down. And that is going to be the first map going in favor of Asphyxia at 26-15, and that is a really good scoreline coming in for both these players right now. And Asphyxia, that is a win which he was looking forward to for a while right now, because the last 2 games weren't going on pretty well for him. But at the same time, Crocodoc would be going into the second map a little bit happy, because he's finally found his rhythm, I would say, because the last 2 games haven't been the kindest for him, because the scorelines were totally one-sided. But this time around, it was something which he really wanted it to be, and it was quite excruciating the first 30 rounds as well. So I think with that being said, we are going to go live into the map, into the second map between both these players, to see who is going to go home and who is going to walk out victorious, at least with 1 win out here. As this time, this is going to be an AWP map, and let's see what we have in store right now, because right now it's going to be Asphyxia who is heading into map number 2 as the favorite, because eventually he did win the first map, and also the way he has been playing it was pretty good, and I think the unpredictability was the reason why he was not able to get those map wins in his first and second map. And look at that, we see Crocodile giving he really doesn't, he's not even paying a heed to what's happening. He's just going right in front with his deagle and making sure Asphyxia is going to get paid for what happened in the previous map. And looks like he is going to go all out aggressive again, and he's going to get the third round in a row. And that is the start which Crocodile was looking for, and he's finally got that. He's finally got his rhythm back, and he is going to spot him out right now. But Asphyxia is going to botch his shots out there. A couple of deagle shots coming out there, also not finding anyone. Crocodile is right in front of him, but then 1D coming out there from Asphyxia is going to land the bullet right onto Crocodile's head, and that is going to be the first round coming in from Asphyxia in this map. And let's see whether he can do something about it in the second time in a row. But no, it's going to be 4 HP, and he is going to kill him down with just 4 HP. And that was quite impeccable as well, doing a lot of damage with the deagle and making sure that he is going to make him pay for as. And not just that, then doing all that with just 4 HP, that was quite scintillating as well. So we are going to look at the score line right now, 3-3, both of them equal, nothing in between both these players right now, as we see Asphyxia predicting Crocodile to come out there, courtesy of the sound being made out there. And a no scope coming out there from Asphyxia is going to land right on to Crocodile, and he's going to get the lead for the first time in this map right now, as we see Crocodile making his way. A lot of shots being fired upon by the deagle of Crocodile is going to make sure he's going to bring one back as well, as Crocodile is making his way upon the ramp. But no, it's going to be Asphyxia who's going to get one back. And right now the lead is just one between both these players. Asphyxia being the beneficiary of the lead, and let's see whether he can do another one. Yes, he does. That's going to be the same no scope coming in, just as what we saw 3 rounds earlier. The same thing, just peeking out on the right side, getting back to the left, re-peeking and going for the no scope, and that's been working out for him pretty well. And looks like he is going to try that again. He is going to try that again. Oh my god, that was pretty sad coming out there from Crocodile. He was right in front of Asphyxia as he was botching his shots. He could have just switched on to his knife and he would have tried to knife him down, because that could have been an easier option, because he could have never missed that knife out there. But a no scope coming out there from Asphyxia again is going to extend that lead on to 4 rounds right now. He's going to switch on to his deagle and he's going to get 1 kill as well. So that is going to be 5 rounds going in his favor in a row, and I think that's quite commendable. A little bit of a banter coming out there, the RIP graffiti being sprayed out there, while Crocodile is going to bring one back finally, and he is going to try it out again. But no, he's going out of cover, botching the first shot. He's switching to his eagle right now. Asphyxia has an idea. He's coming out there, the no scope missing out there. He switches to his eagle. He's right in front of him. He's reloading right in front of him, and he's going to get one shot coming out there from Asphyxia. That was quite surprising coming in from Crocodile, because he was right in front of him. The same thing what happened about 3 or 4 rounds ago, and this time, however, he just managed to get right behind Crocodile, reload in front of him, and look at that, a no-scope coming in front, and that is 6 rounds going in favor of Asphyxia, and that's quite a play coming out there from Asphyxia. I mean, he is, I guess, taking out all the frustration that he had till now on the other maps. I mean, ending up losing on the other maps, and I think that is something. That's a way to come back really well. And look at that, Asphyxia just toying around. Oh, look at that is a catastrophe coming out there from Crocodile. He was still thinking that he didn't jump away from the pillar out there, and the RIP signs coming out there pretty often at this point is gonna. It's actually not gonna prove any heat out there. We are going to see. I think he's going to go for a no scope again, and a flick coming out there from the no scope is going to make sure he is going to get that round as well, as we are going to see Asphyxia going into the next round with a 7-round lead. He has an idea that he is on the left side. He is trying to get that, but the deagle shots coming out there are not connecting at first, but then it finally connects out there, and he is going to get that one round, and also gonna reduce that deficit to 6 rounds at this point, as Crocodile is going right behind Asphyxia. He is trying to do something out there but utterly fails that, and that is gonna be Asphyxia who's gonna get one more round out there, as we are gonna see Asphyxia making his way out there. He has spotted him out. The bunny hops coming out there from him is not gonna stop Crocodile from getting this round, however, and the lead is being reduced to 6 again. So this lead is just being, going around from 6-7, 6-7 again. So as long as that is being is as long as that is going on, that's not going to be of any worry for Asphyxia. And look at that, he just shoots the first bullet from his AWP, landing it on Crocodile, not really finishing him off, but then he switches on to his Deagle and does that, and he's going to spot him out again. A flick coming out there right onto the head, and a headshot, by the way, coming in for Asphyxia, as he is doubling the score out here from 8 to 16 right now. And look at that, he's coming right close out there, as we are heading the first half right now with Asphyxia with a 9 round lead coming in, as he is looking to no scope him again. So this is, I think this could be it, and we could probably be seeing Asphyxia clinching this game and ending this tournament on a good note with at least a win out there. And Asphyxia going for a no scope again. This has been a map full of not full of, but then a majority of no scopes coming in from Asphyxia, as he's pretty uh, you know fluent at that, I would say, because the way he has been playing it, he's been doing it with ease, and I think that's something which is going to be an added advantage. And Asphyxia trying to do that again, missing it, but then a switch onto a Deagle and then hitting it out there is going to help him out there. He's going to switch onto his Deagle again, trying for those 1Ds out there. A bot shot coming. The second one is not going to make sure he is missing it, as he is getting a 12-round lead at this point. That is a humongous lead out there. Crocodile would not be pleased with that, but I think that is something which he would be content with after having a really bad first 2 games. And I really feel that both of them will be going home happy, not to the fact that they have they have lost the 2 games right in prior, and one of them going to lose one of these as well. So it's just not about that, but then I really think that they can get back with their heads high, making sure that they have come this far in this tournament, making it to the decider qualifiers. And look at that, the knife coming in from Asphyxia is going to make sure that he is going on to 24 rounds with a knife. And looks like from now on this is going to be this looks like a knife round, I guess, because Asphyxia is going to try for another knife out there, but that clearly did not work out for him, as Crocodile with a timely Deagle shot is going to make sure that he is going to get that 1 round out there. And he is going to spot out Asphyxia, as he's just 1 shy away from the match point, as Crocodile is going to get 1 as well. So I think Asphyxia is using that advantage of about 12 rounds, about 13 rounds at this point, to use and go for knives at this point, as he is just chilling out at this point, and a no scope coming out. And what a way to get onto match point. And I think he would be ending this on silent. He's got his knife out, and I think we are going to look at a knife at this point, probably just ending out in a good note. But no, it's going to be Crocodile who's going to live to fight another round. Can he actually keep doing this? This is going to be really hard for him, because it's going to be almost twice the amount of rounds which he needs to get if he wants to win this. But then it's going to be Crocodile who's going to go down, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match. That happens to be Asphyxia. He wins it with a clinching scoreline. It is a good scoreline, that is 26-12 in the second one, and about the same, almost the same in the first one as well. So that is a 2-0 scoreline coming in his favor, and that's really something which he would be happy about, heading back, bowing out of the tournament with 1 win out of 3 games. And not really the same case for Crocodile, even though he was not able to get those wins in all the 3 occasions. But I really feel that they will be going home a little bit happy, because they were able to make it to the top 8, and that's not something which everybody could do. And I think that's something that is a learning experience for him and for them. And probably the next time they will be coming out victorious, or maybe even finishing at a better position than that. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have just one more game in this Group A decider qualifiers, as we will be back with the next game in about in after a short commercial break. But before that, I would want to leave you with just one last announcement, that we will be giving away 2 more 500 rupee Steam gift card giveaways And like I said, we initially did tell about 4 giveaway winners, but then 2 of them have already been announced right after the 4th game, and we still have 2 more of them remaining with us. And if you feel you would be if you think you have a chance of winning that, just get down to the description where you have the link on where and how you can participate on that. Just get down and even probably tag your friends to it, so that even they can have a chance of winning it as well, because we'll be announcing the winners of the giveaway of the 500 rupees Steam wallet codes right after the last game, which will start right after a short commercial break. I will see you on the other side. This is Tangenberg.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are for the last and final game of the Group A in the decider qualifiers of International Student Rockstar League. This is me, TANGENBERG, and I'll be with you throughout the stream as well. So, as we said, this is gonna be the final match of Group A, as we are gonna see the people who have qualified from Group A facing it out against each other. Both of them coming in with 2 wins apart. I mean, 2 wins apiece, and they have eventually qualified for the next stage, and they will be in the grand finals out there in Chennai. And this is gonna be something like a premise between both these players, as they will be facing each other uh, right now in the last match of the day. And speaking about that, we still have the giveaway on for just 2 more of those wallet codes, as we will be announcing the winners of that after the end of the game. And if you still haven't taken part in that, you just get down to the description where you will find the giveaway link out there. You could find the link on how to participate in the giveaway, so that you can get your chance to win one of those two 500 rupee gift vouchers from Steam. As just get down, get your friends, ask them to take part in that as well. You could probably help your friend in that as well. With that being said, we will be going live into the first map between both these players, as this is going to be a USP map between both of them. And speaking about the players, it is going to be Max against Nick out there, two of the guys who have been winning both their games which they have played till now, and both of them having almost a similar headshot percentage as well. And mind you, this is a USP map as well, so it's all about your precision and all about how much you love those headshots. And speaking about the stats right now, we see both of them about almost similar, just 20 between them. Max with 20 more kills with 212, and Nick with a 192 out there with a headshot percentage, however, superior than Max. He's just got about 61, while uh, Max has just about 55% of headshots out there with a KDR with 1.03, and Nick with 1.5. I think this is gonna be a match which is quite gonna be interesting. This is a match which we haven't seen before, and we could probably see this at the finale as well. And I can't keep my hopes high, at least out there, but out here I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a treat to watch between both these players, because both of them have been playing impeccably well in both of their first games. So the first one was pretty interesting for Max, as he was playing against Asphyxia, as the first one was going on to overtime, while Nick, he really had a really interesting road to this third game right now, if you're going to look at that, because both of his games were pretty interesting. The first one being utterly one-sided, but the second one was pretty, I wouldn't say one-sided, but it looked like as if Asphyxia was able to give a comeback or something like that. But that was really not the case, as Nick was able to keep him at bay, and he got that win as well, which he deserved. And here we are, both the guys who have qualified, both of them with 2 wins out here, facing it out against each other, just like how the previous match was. The battle of third and fourth. We're going to see the battle of 1 and 2 out here at Group A right now. So we are here in round number 5 already, with Nick having a 1-round advantage, with the scoreline being 2-1 right now. And Nick is going to make sure he's going to get this round, because it was just 15 HP that Max was having at that point, so it was literally nowhere to go. And the moment he was peeking out, he could have been a goner at that time. And look at that, that's going to be one more round for Nick as well. So he's having a really good start out there. And look at that shot coming out there from Max from his USP. That was a really good shot coming out there. He just one-tapped him out there with that USP, with a beautiful flick out there. But Nick is going to give one back at this point and make sure his 3-round lead is going to stay with him. And look at that, Max is going to give one back again, and he's going to reduce that lead to just 2 rounds. And let's see whether Nick can do something of the same sort again. He is going right above that ramp, and he's going to spot Max out there, but Max is going to make a short work out of him, as we are heading into round number 10 out there, as Max is going to be, oh my god, this is quite surprising, and it was anticlimactic, because Max was right outside cover, but it wasn't the same case for Nick. But he was able to get that kill out there, and he is going to get the lead for the first time in about 5 rounds right now, as Max is going to lead by just 1 round out there. Make that 2. He's actually getting it back really well, even though there was a 4-round lead for Nick out there. He's managed to come back pretty soon, and it was pretty good as well. So, and
all of a sudden we are going to see a 3-round lead coming in for Max as well. So this is quite interesting, and this could have been one of the matches which could have that could keep me all pumped up while I'm casting this, while we are going to see a 4-round lead right now coming in for Max, and he's going to get tagged for a lot of damage out there. 50 HP is all he has, but then it's going to be Nick who is going to go down, but not before taking about 60 HP of damage out there from Max and reducing the lead on to just 3 rounds, by the way, as Nick is going to go down as well as Max is going to bring one back again. With just 16 HP, he just was able to get that kill out there as he is making his way for about 5 rounds right now. That's going to be about one more round coming in his favor as he is going to get that lead to 5 rounds, as make that 6 because he's going to get one more as well, because both of them are peaking at pretty apt angles, but it's just whoever's got superior aim at this point in time, because just look at that, he just pre-firing it pretty well. All those peaks are coming at at the right spots, but clearly not working out for him. But Nick is going to get one back, however, and I'm really surprised how Nick was able to get that lead slip away, and Max is on the upper hand at this point in time. We're already into round number 25 rounds away from the end of the first half, and let's see who's going to close it out on top, as we are going to see Nick trying to spot out Max out there. Both of them are trying to duel it out against each other, but Nick is going to be on the back foot with just 39 HP. But no, he is just going to wait and just pre-fire right where Max is going to peak at, and that is going to be 1 round for him, and that is going to be 4 rounds in favor of Max. The lead of 5 just being reduced by 1 courtesy of the previous zone. And we are seeing both of them trying to exchange a lot of frags out here, and that is going to be the same thing again. We see Nick giving one back again to Max out there. Whatever happened 2 rounds earlier, that's something which happened right now, and I think Nick would be proud of it, as we are going to look at round number 22 out there. 3 rounds between both these players, Max and Nick, both of them right on top of the diagonal ramps out there. But Max is going to make sure he's going to find the head of Nick and get that round as well, increasing the lead to 4. But Nick is going to be back again. He's just coming right back onto his tail and making sure that the lead between Max and Nick, the deficit between Max and Nick, is not going to be really something that will be bothering Nick at this point in time, because he's making sure that he is keeping Max under check, and he's not really letting that lead being extended there by Max. He's trying to make sure that he is getting this back so that he can have a really good fighting chance in the second half of the game. As the pre-fires coming out there are going to make sure that Nick is going to get that round as well. So he has actually got 4 rounds back to back and made it into just 1 between both these people, as he is ending the first half with I think he's got an advantage of his temperament is being tested at this point of time. At a 5-round deficit, he was able to make it and get it down and close this half with just 1 round between both of these teams, so both of these players. So that's something quite commendable, and I think he could probably build upon this. But look at this, Nick and Max, both of them low out there, one of them with 4 and the other one with just 21 HP. Can we see Max take him out? And yes, he does, and that was quite a good play coming out there from Max, who was just with 4 HP, and he was able to get out all ballsy and just get out and try to get that kill out there, not revealing himself for much. And we are going to see Max as well as Nick duel it out against each other, and let's see whether he can do something out there, as both of them are trying to hit them right onto the head, and let's see how this gonna work out, as both of them, it's been a while since both of them are getting the kill out there. It's already been 20 rounds or so in this round, 20 seconds or so in this round, and we still haven't seen either of them going below 50 HP, and both of them with 69 HP. They are trying to find it out, and still they are not, getting a kill out there, which is quite surprising, because by now usually we could have seen about 2 or 3 rounds getting over the way they had been playing. But then it's going to be Max who is going to end up victorious in that round. But then let's see how this is going to work out, because 28 rounds are done and we just see 2 rounds between both these players, and let's see how that's going to work out for either of them, because we see Nick making his way onto the mid area, and he's going right onto his spawn to take him down, and rightly he does. And we are going on to the 30th round right now. 14-15 is the score line between both these people, and we are going to look at Max getting that one round as well, as the lead between them is still at 2 right now, and I think Nick has a really good chance of getting it, as he could probably get that as well, and he is going to get one as well. So this is going all even Steven, even though the lead between both, but the difference between both these people are pretty much just within 3 rounds. So that's something which is not going to be a lot of pressure for Nick out there, because maybe right now it's not going to be a problem, but maybe once it goes on to round number 40 or something like that, that'll be really bad, or that's going to be really hard for him to scale it out, as we see Nick, who is going to get that, and he's going to bring one back as well. So it's still going to be 3 rounds between both these people, as we are entering round number 34. 3 rounds for Nick to scale up, but make that 2, because it's going to be Nick who's going to get 1 as well. So we're going to see Max, who is right behind the mid barrier out there. Can he actually come out and get one and make sure he is going to have the 3-round lead intact? And we actually see both these players getting damaged, getting tagged by either of them, and this is going down really interesting out there. Max is going to be on the receiving end of a lot of damage out there, but no, it's going to be Nick who's going to get taken out there by Max, as he is going to extend the lead on to 3 rounds right now, as we are going to see the 36th round between both these players, and Max has spotted out Nick out there. He's going right aggressive on him. He's going to crouch it down and try to spot him at the right spot, and he is going to get him out with that headshot. That's going to be 4 rounds as a lead for Max, as right now he's got a really good cushion out there, 6 away from winning this, and 4 rounds as a lead out there. That's pretty amazing out there, and he can afford to lose 1 or 2 out there, and make sure that Nick is not going to go for a comeback or something of that sort, because we're looking at a 5-round lead at this point, and we are already entering the 38th round. So this is I think going in favor of Max, in case if he is not going to lose it from now on, because he's got a really good flow at this point. He got about 4 or 5 rounds in a row. If he's just going to try to stick it down, he could probably be looking at the first map in his hand, but no, it's going to be Nick who got the previous round, but Max is going to bring it back again. So he's just 4 away from winning this. He's going to spot out Nick out there. He's going to tag just about 14 HP out there. However, he's going to tag him for a lot of damage, but just getting 2 from Nick on return, and let's see how this is going to work out, because at the end of the day, the USP is all about that one shot right onto the head, and that is going to be Max getting 1 more round, as Nick could not be able to. He could not get that shot right on target, but this time around he does that really well, and that is going to be 1 more round for him. And 23-18 is the scoreline at this point, 3 rounds away from winning this first map, and let's see whether Max can finish it off really quick right now. But Nick is staying back. He's hanging around out there. He's making sure that he is not going to get this round. I mean, he's not going to get this map so easily. He's putting up a really good fight out there, but Max is looking to close it out really quick. He's playing it out really aggressive, and that is actually depicting his kind of play style, because the way he's been playing, he's not just waiting at that one place making sure that Nick is moving around or something like that, but he's just going out all aggressive and trying to make it count whenever he is trying to take him out. And with that being said, that's going to be 1 more round for Nick, and 4 rounds between both these players, 2 rounds away from winning this. However, for Max out there, he's going to switch on to another USP which was lying on ground, and he is going to spot Nick out there right in the middle barrier, and Nick is going to spot him out as well. So this is going to be an interesting duel between both these players. He's just changing his location often out there to make sure that he is not going to be threatened by those shots coming out there from Max. But Max, on the other hand, is going to do a lot of damage out there. It's just about a couple of bullets for Nick to go down. Can we actually see that, or can Nick actually pull it out? Because we are just going to see just 6 HP for Nick out there, and he can just get taken out there with just 1 of those shots. But now the wall bang is going to make sure that Max is going on right on to the match point in the first map in this BO36 match of the decider qualifiers. But no, it's going to be Nick who's going to stay for 1 more round. So can we actually see Nick coming on with a comeback or something like that of that sort? We're going to see Max climbing up the ramp, and so is Nick out there. He's going to get damaged for a while, for a little bit out there. 22 HP is being dealt out there onto Nick, and Max is being on the receiving end out there, and he's going to get one as well. So Nick is leveling it at this point of time. He's got 2 rounds in a row, and Max is still at match point. He just needs just one shot out there, one right shot onto the head, and he would be looking at winning the first map out there. Nick has he's going all out aggressive. He is determined to get this onto overtime. Can we actually see the first overtime in this decider qualifier? It's just about time where we are going to wait and watch. Nick is just about with 31 SP. He's going all out aggressive. He is going to try to find that bullet, but no, it's going to be Max who is ending up victorious in the first map in this BO3 match number 6 of the decider qualifiers. What a scoreline coming in from both these players. And Nick really he really played that pretty well. The first few rounds were going in his favor pretty much and getting the lead and all of that. And about time it just did slip away from him. And eventually Max was the guy who was winning the first map out there with a scoreline of 26-22. And that was an eventful game out there. We will be looking at game number 2 between both these players to see whether this will be going on to game number 3 or not, because we see Max heading in as the winner of game number 1. So if he's gonna win game number 2 as well, so we will be looking at the first place of group A, as we really can't count out Nick out there, because the way he has been playing, the way he has been fighting towards the end, I really think that this could probably be going on to the third map as well. And who am I to decide? We just need to wait and see. And we are here already with the second map going to be underway between Nick as well as Max, which happens to be the AWP, as we could probably find out who is going to be the winner between both of them at the end of this map. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there is still chance for you guys to win 500 rupees worth of Steam wallet codes out here if you just get down to the description and follow the directions out there on how to participate in this giveaway, because at the end of this match we will be announcing 2 lucky winners of the giveaway who receive 500 rupees worth of wallet codes each. And if you want to be a part of that, or if you want to make sure your friends if you want to share it on to your friends, do go ahead, share the stream, like this video, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you will not miss out on any content which we will be streaming live on this platform, as we are going down with the second map out here. And Nick has a really good start out here. This is in a way, this is quite good in one way and also surprising on the other. Surprising part is basically because, like, the first time we saw both of these guys play each other in the first map, we did see Nick with a really good lead, but it was eventually slipping away due to the brilliance of Max and the way he has been playing it. But I'm just worried about whether this is going to be the same case again, because that is something which I think that's like gut wrenching, if to say the least, if that happens, because the way Nick has been playing, the way Nick has been trying to fight it out till the last round, that was quite impeccable. And I think not a lot of people will be able to do that, as we are going to see Max with that AWP trying to get things back again. As we are in the 8th round already, we are in the 9th round already between both these players, and it's going to be a 5-3 scoreline. Make that a 6-3 scoreline, as Nick is going to get one more round out there, as the battle for first place is getting really messy out here and heated between both these players, because both of them are not willing to give the throne away to each other. And that's how things should be in CSGO, and that's how unpredictable one-on-ones are. So you really never know who is going to win it until the match is over. You really can't predict that as well, unless if it is like the first match which we saw in the stream, of course, where it was clearly one-sided. But the way these two have been playing, the way these two have been exchanging blows, this is a treat to watch for the viewers, and I'm really enjoying each and every minute of that, and I hope you guys are as well. So we are looking into the 14th round between both these players. But look at that, Max with the no scope is going to make sure that Nick is going to get paid for that. He did try to switch to his Deagle and try to get those shots, but that clearly was not working out. The tag coming out there from Max onto Nick, courtesy of the wall bang from the box right in front of him, is not going to make sure he's going to go down, but then the Deagle switch is going to make sure that he is going to get that round. And both of them coming right in front of each other, spawning right in front of each other, is going to make the matters worse for Nick, as, like I said, the lead which he had has finally slipped away again, just like what happened in game number 1. We see Max getting the lead again. He was trailing Nick there by about 4 rounds, and now we see Max coming in with an advantage of 2 rounds, which he can use as a cushion. But we are looking both at Nick as well as Max. But then it's going to be Nick who is going to get that first shot right onto Max, because Max was, trying to get the right angle out there, which was never coming in a place where he was at that point of time. And we see Nick with a second consecutive round out there. He has leveled the playing field right now. Can he actually get the lead again? It's just about time where we are going to wait and watch, as Nick has spotted Max out there and he's going to take him down as well. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are right now again still in the 22nd round, and the fight between Nick and Max is going really down to the wire, because both of them are exchanging rounds. Like, Nick is getting a couple of them, and then in about 2 or 3 more rounds, we see Max getting a lead from there. So that's how much the competition is out here in this kind of situation out there. And speaking about competition and CS:GO, as you know, this is the Group A decider qualifier matches between Nick, Max, and 2 others from this group. Do stay tuned for the stream tomorrow as well, while we will be covering the entire Group B matches between the 4 players, out of which 2 of them will be qualifying for the main event in Chennai, as did Nick and Max out here. But the match between both of them is just for to see who is going to be going there as the winner of the group, and who is going to be there as the runner-up of the group. And that is something which each and everyone would not be willing to let go of, and that clearly is going to be the case of this game again. So we are right now into the second half of this game right now, with Nick having a 3 round advantage. This is quite slender, the way given the way both of these people are playing right now. So it's just about time where we wait and watch to see what's going to happen during the later stages of this map. Let's see what's going to happen. But then it's going to be Nick who's going to get that 4 round lead, which he lost in the first half of the game. He's finally got that back, and I think without any further ado, I think he should probably address the fact that he should be trying to get those leads on top of each other. Maybe just get some 2 or 3 more rounds more, and let's see what's going to happen, because we are looking at both of them going right onto the middle. But Max playing the patience game, and he's going to get that one as well. So there's a lot of stake for him as well. He would definitely want to close it out and win it right away. But Nick is not going to be he's going to be unfazed with the kind of challenge Max is posing as a threat in front of him. And let's see whether this is going to be the case again. But Nick is going to make sure he's going to get that kill again, even though he's getting damage for about, he got attacked for about 83 HP from the AWP. And by the way, guys, for the people who are watching it, just like how I said a few minutes ago that we will be streaming Group B's matches tomorrow at the same time, do stay tuned out there, as we will be having giveaways as well, just like how we had today. We'll be giving away 4 Steam wallet codes of 500 rupees each for the people, for 4 lucky people who will be registering at tomorrow's stream, for which we will be announcing it while the stream is happening. And by the way, that was a beautiful shot coming out there from Nick. He was able to spot that angle out, and he just made sure that Max was able to pay. I mean, he was being made to pay for that, as we're going to see Max bring one back again. And the 5 round lead which Nick had at the start of 2 rounds ago has been reduced to just 3 right now, and Max can smell a victory right now. But no, it's going to be Nick who's going to shut him down at this point. He's just 7 away from forcing this on to game number 3. But I think Max is not going to be he's not going to be really pleasant about that, as this is a game which he could probably be trying to get it back, because just 4 rounds between them and make that 5 right now, that is going to add to the misery of Max at this point. Even though winning the USP with a convincing score of 26-22, even though both of them were pretty close, I really feel something of that sort will be the case out here in game number 2 as well, as we are going to see Max looking at the wrong angle. But Nick, in case if Max is going to get a little back out there, he could probably be looking at 1 more kill out here and extending his lead on to 6 rounds. And rightly said, he is going to do that again, and looks like we will be going on to map 3 at this point. But never count out Max is what I feel right now, because right now we are just still in the 37th round, and we still have about 13 rounds left. And if Max could get a couple of rounds at this point, that could be really interesting out there, and he could probably be forcing it into at least an overtime or something like that and try to win the map from there. And he just gets this one round from Nick as well. Can he actually get more at this point? I think that is something which he should be looking at. But no, it's going to be Nick who is going to get that as well. So 7 rounds between both these players as Nick is inching closer to match point with 2 rounds away going into match point and just 3 rounds away from winning it. I think Max is under tremendous pressure having to defend that first map advantage out there, trying to make sure that this is not going on to game number 3, and also trying to level that 7 round lead, which has now been reduced to 6. He's got a long way to go at this point, and I think, even though I would say it's not that it's not impossible, but I think for a person of for a matchup like this, and for a person of Max's caliber, this should be a doable thing. This should be a feasible thing, and let's see how that's going to happen. Right now, both of them dropping out from that ledge out there, and let's see whether Nick can find this out here. He is going for the flick, but it's going to be Max who is switching on to his deagle. A lot of bot shots out there, but he is going to find Nick out there, and that is going to be the lead reduced to 5 rounds, and he just has his task cut out just to try to make sure that this is going to be the same case. But no, Nick is going to shut him down, and looks like he is just 2 away from winning this, 1 away from match point. Can he spot Max out? He does spot him out. He is trying to go for those flicks right now, but he spots him out again right behind the van. And can he take him out? Max has a really good angle. If he's going to spot him out, he's going to go down, but no, it's going to be Nick who ends up getting that kill, and looks like we will either be going on to overtime or we might be going on to game number 3, as Nick has the upper advantage right now. But the bot shot out there from Max is going to make him pay, and another shot coming out there from Nick. A quick follow-up is going to make sure that we will be going on to game number 3 between both these players. What a play coming out there from both these players, and what a game till now. And this is what I was telling about. Both these games have been pretty well well matched, and both of them have been playing it out pretty well from both their sides as well, from both their perspectives as well. And we will be going on to the third map, which happens to be the rifle map out here, as the scoreline has been quite even for both these players as well. So I'm expecting something of that sort in the third game as well, and I hope you guys are as well, as I'm giving you we'll be going into live action in the third game right about now. As one more thing about the people who are watching right now, if you still haven't participated in the giveaway, this is going to be your last call, because you just need to get down to the description where you will find a link where you can participate in the giveaway, and that could probably win you one of the 2 500 rupee gift wallet giveaways, which we'll be giving today right after this match gets over. So without any further ado, we are going live into the third game between both these players, as right now this is going to be a 1-1 score between both of these guys. Nick and Max winning the AWP as well as the USB maps respectively, as this is going to be the decider map in Group A's decider qualifier to see who is going to go in to Chennai's grand final of the International Student Rockstar League as the winner of the group. And Nick is gonna get that first round out there, as he's gonna get met upon by Max out there, courtesy of the wall bang right behind that wall as well. So that was a pretty good way to give it back out there, and Nick and Max are gonna get spawned right across each other, and that's gonna be 1 round back for Nick as well. So this is going pretty even, and for the stats, and as far as the stats are concerned, both of them are pretty much even in terms of their headshot percentages and all of that. So we can expect a cracker of a show between both these people at this point, especially in this sort of a game. So let's actually see how this is going to work out. And meanwhile, Nick is piling up that lead out there. I think he's on a frenzy at this point after winning the previous map out there. So I think he just wants to close it out really quick. But then Max is going to get one back as well. So already we are into round number 8, and the scoreline is 6-2, as Nick has a 4-round lead, and make that a 5-round lead. A beautiful one tap coming out there from Nick onto Max, courtesy of that AK right onto the head, as we can probably see an M4 switch coming out there from Nick, and he is going to get that round as well. So it's a 6-round lead coming in for Nick out there. So he looks to close it in pretty quick, and Nick is going to spot him out, and he's going to get one again. So Max is not really playing the way he thinks he should have, and that's really going to be a point of concern for him, as Nick is going to get his 8th round as a lead. And meanwhile, we are in the 14th round between both these players in map number 3 of this BO3 match 6 of the Group A decider qualifiers in International Student Rockstar League for the people who just joined us right now. And this clearly seems like something which Max wouldn't have expected right now. The way Nick has been playing for the first time, he's taken 11 round lead against Max, which is quite formidable and impeccable in the especially when it comes to both these players' potentials and the way they have been playing their previous matches, as well as the first two maps between both of these guys. As we actually see Max playing it really defensive, while we are going to see Nick making it all the way across the map out there, trying to figure out where Max is, and eventually it is working out for him. So what's the harm in that? Is what he thinks, and I really agree to that because in a map like this, if you're not able to find the guy, you just go and find the guy. It's pretty much simple out there, and um, the one part being that you can get fired upon from any kind of angle out there because there's a lot of cover out here, and the moment you come out of cover, you are you can be threatened upon by those weapons out there from your opponent. And look at that, it's almost like Nick is totally dominating Max out there. It's 17-4 at this point, and he's already got a 13 round lead, which is quite sad from the point of view of Max because he's been playing really well up till this point. Even though he didn't win the AWP map, he gave a really good fight out there. 26-18 was the score where he ended up on the losing side, but 26-22 was the score where he won the USP map. So that's how much he was capable of. But look at that right now. It's already halftime. We're already into halftime, and the scoreline is 25. This has been real quick right now, as Max is running away with that, as he's got just 6 more rounds to win this. Nick has just got 5 more rounds to win this, as he just takes down Max at this point, and we are looking at Max trying to fire it back out there, but he is going to get one. I think this is beyond saving there for Max, I guess, because at this point, getting about 20 rounds is going to be really hard. And look at that, the wall banks coming out there are going to make sure that Nick is going to get a lot of damage out there. That's a big deal of damage out there, but then it's going to be Max who is going to go down, courtesy of Nick's spray coming out there with just 3 HP. His wall is that's all he had, and he was able to get that spray right. And Max is going for the spray again this time around, but Nick, he's almost closed the game in his favor because he's just got about 4 more rounds, and it'd be a shame if someone would lose it at this point. And I really don't think that is going to be the case out here because Nick has been playing it really well right from the first game, and the way Max had been playing the first 2 games, I really thought he could probably get this on to overtime in case if he's going on for a deficit out there. But this seems to be so many rounds for Max to handle because he's trailing that by almost about 16 rounds and make that 17 rounds, and that's something which is not really going to help his case right now, as we are going to be in looking at Nick, as he is going to be the winner of this game right now. 26-8. What a game this is proving to be. It just got over like real quick out here. I mean, like, I really never saw this time flying really quick after seeing this game, because 26-8 is a really good score for the winner, obviously. But then at this point, the way Max had been playing the first 2 games and the way he had been playing the first 2 maps, I really thought that he could have gone on to the 20s or something like that. We could have probably gone on to the 40s or 45th rounds and all of that. But without any further ado, I would congratulate all the participants from Group A, and also congratulate Nick as well as Max out there, as both of them have qualified for the next round for the grand finals out there from Group A as the winners and runners up out there. But I really felt that I know Max could have done something about that. That keeps ringing my head, and I hope that keeps ringing Max's head as well. And with that being said, this is the time where we are going to announce the other two winners of the giveaway, who will receive a 500 rupee gift card from Steam wallet as well. So this is going to be the time, drum rolls please, and this is going to be the time where we are going to announce the winners. And congratulations Abhishek Prusti as well as Vikram Saha, you guys just won yourselves a 500 rupee wallet card from Steam as well. So if you want to claim that, do leave a message on our Facebook page, as we will be contacting you either by mail as well. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this was a wonderful day, this was an eventful day. We just saw two people from group A in the decider qualifier for International Student Rockstar League, qualifying for the main event, and we did see two of them going home. And not that they didn't really play well or something like that, but they are going to go home with their heads held high, because it's not going to be pretty easy for you to get to this level where you are in the top 8, and you are fighting it out for the place in the grand final. So with that being said, this is Tangenberg, and it's time for me to sign off. Do catch us live tomorrow at the same time with Group B action coming in for you. And also for the audience who just won the giveaways, and for the people who just want to win the giveaways, you can also tune in at the same time tomorrow as well. You can watch some CSGO action, and trust me, you can also win the giveaway as well. All you need to do is follow the description like what you did today. With that being said, it's time for me to sign off again. This is me, Tangenberg, and I'll see you tomorrow in the live stream. Ciao.